Welcome back to day 2 of the PMCO, the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. I'm Win alongside AJ will be your casters for the day, and our title sponsors, thank you for them, is the Vivo smartphone. So thanks again to them for being our title sponsors. And if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming, the Vivo V17 Pro is the one for you. So AJ, without further ado, what the heck happened yesterday in the first day?
So basically, yesterday was the first day from our Middle East group stages. So we got Iraqi squad getting 2 chicken dinners yesterday.
Yep.
And due to the placement point changes, we got lots of teams trying to get more kills, but also nearly every team started to basically grow into the new system.
Yeah.
So they're starting to understand more how the other games are played. For example, I believe they watch the other regions play, and maybe they can get a little bit better hold of how the game should be played. Because, right, let's face it, we're not too good. We're not too good.
Do you want to clump yourself together?
Yeah, basically, we're not there's always room to improve, right? So we need to improve ourselves as much as we can.
Yep,
right?
and without further ado, this is a competition system that will be played here. We will be starting with 32 teams, and that will dwindle down to 24 at the semi-finals, and then it will be the regional finals with stock 16 teams that will be playing for the regional finals, as it is.
Yeah.
So it will dwindle down each round with 8 teams going down. So it starts off with 4 groups, and then ends up with 3, and then ends up with only 1.
Yep. So back we were saying, so basically there's always going to be room to improve yourself. So yesterday we have basically most of the Middle Eastern teams like to play early off and trying to get land those killings early on, which wasn't too helpful for them in the ending part of the game.
But this is the teams that will be playing today. So at 69, the teams that are standing out here, iKurd, we have 46 Loot, Executors, I think is the one that really pops up being the last season splits winners. And I think Nox is there as well. Iraq Monsters, I heard of them, but not really sure about how their performance will be. So these are the 2 groups that will be playing today, Group C and Group D. So it was different. Yesterday was Group A and Group B.
Yes.
So again, we're starting off with 4 groups, and the 4 groups will dwindle down to 3, and then we'll dwindle down to just one top 16 group. So yeah, we're starting off with that. Again, you're talking about the point system. Certain changes to the point system with that. Winner chicken dinner gets you 20 points. And I think it started off with 20 points, and then now it dwindles down to 14 points in the second place, or 16?
First place 20 points, second place 14. After that is 10 points, and followed by 8. And every rank you go down, you basically get 1 point less.
Yep, so but wherever it is, at 16th, 11th to 16th place, you still get a point. So that's the biggest difference, I think, because everybody walks away with a point.
Yeah, well, it's the main point in the new system is trying to get into the top 5 position. If you can always be on the top 3, it helps a lot because you get 10 points immediately.
Yep.
And every team you kill, you basically you get 2 more kills on every team you kill and eliminate. You get maybe an extra 10 points to 14 points, depends which season of the game you're playing right now.
Yep, and especially that, I think AJ again hit the nail on the coffin yesterday, saying that a lot of these teams shouldn't be fighting very early on.
Yes.
Although you're getting a lot of points, or you can get a lot of points very early on, especially if you.
I just break my chair.
I don't think so. You're right. You're right. So the point system has changed, but I think what AJ was saying is that although you can get more points very early on, especially if you get good loot, it's still unadvisable for you to go for the fight early on. You can just save your manpower, go to the later stages of the game, and then start nailing everybody from there. But we will go into our the first map of the day in our second day, and it will be Erangel being a first map. Of course, it's 8x8, and it's one of the bigger or the OG maps in this game.
Right.
And let's look at the flight path. This time around, the dragon skin. No dragon skin this time around, so it's a little bit sad. But see, Andy will be playing today. Oh, it's a different skin. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice as well. little
everything.
glittery for my taste, but looks quite well. So it will be flying off from Miss Naya towards the side of Quarry. So it's split down the middle. This makes it easier for a lot of these teams to just travel around and get themselves towards the circle very early on. And they don't have to loot a lot. They can just start fighting very early on if they
Right.
want to. But again, ill-advised in the words of AJ.
Because like, so let's do the math, right?
Mhm.
Like if you kill a team and swap one member of your team, that makes like losing one member early on the games and eliminating like getting like only just one extra placement points, right? But if you save that manpower and you get it, for example, after top 10, like top 10 teams, and every team you eliminate, you basically get 2 points instead. So it's much advisable to save your strength to the late game or the end game.
Yep, that's definitely true. I think, again, later stages of the game, once you're really pumped up, once you really have all the equipments and you really have all the utilities, especially the items that we're talking about, the med kits and the first aids, then you start fighting it off. So we will be following N6T37F, ZF, while they fall down. Is IQ panel first that we'll be looking at near Pachinki, where he's in the house. I don't know where Jin is here. Very weird. I think he's looking
Jin.
for a car to just make sure that he gets to travel around here. So
Like I believe they like team 10 if we can team VT and actually IQ landed in the same position, and team like the gym team like they made that decision like just we don't want to early on fight, and that's what's happening right now. We can see IQ and VT both they don't want to early on fight because like they have no loots. They're just falling back and trying to find another home to loot and start off. So great call, but it's also dangerous call. Like if VT has a real kill and just a little bit loot and they want this kill, they can get them pretty easily. But it's also dangerous play for them. Like it depends how they want to roll with it.
yep, now they are running away. We do see MTBB, and that's a very good orgasm there. That's a very good name. So he's looking for shots coming in because there's a car right near him. But it looks like a lot of these teams have dropped out in the middle of nowhere. But there
As
is
we
a
were
fight.
saying, they found a vehicle and they come up and trying to eliminate IQ early on the game. So they got to kill fast. If he can't, he gets brought down, and we got one member left from the IQ team, and they're gonna be finished off.
Yeah, Iraq Monsters looks like they will be falling very, very fast. But they've lost 2 players, but they have a couple more. If I'm not mistaken, one more player.
They lost 3 players.
They lost 3 players, so they have one more player. But VT, very strong start here, getting into a car. Straight away sees that the Iraq Monsters was like nowhere to be found, but because they were running away, trying to escape because they didn't want to fight very early on. So because of it, they were ill-equipped to fight this, and they will be getting those kills. Jin is very far behind, doesn't have anything to use to fight, and
Jin
he
is
will
like
be proning
trying
here.
to hide it away. Like he's also pretty good. He's gonna play for the placement games right now. He's gonna try to sneak his way into the top 10 or at least top 5.
Yeah, we did see a lot of teams just cutting their losses very early on yesterday as well, where they just let go of whoever is just getting shot because they are ill-equipped to fight. So they just kind of revert to a more defensive position, try to hide themselves, snake around, and then get the top 3 placing.
Here we have SWAT 69, one of the like basically fan favorites from last season, and looting around, and we have also N6 right here, also trying to loot around, and like basically near the Bay Area. We have MTBR over here, MTB, not MTBR, sorry about that. Also in the military base, looting alone, we have ABS on the same island, also looting in the Bay Area of the western side of the island.
Yep, they are still in the looting phase where just 4 players have dropped. Not a lot, still very early days for a lot of these teams. So they are going to play it a little bit more defensive now after that first aspect of the fight. And things are looking like they're slowing down a little bit here.
Yeah. So like basically yesterday we saw a lot of teams getting early on fights pretty early on in games. So maybe after like seeing the other group A and B, also other region plays, like the later groups like today's groups know how to like do the tactics better than yesterday.
Yep.
Right.
I think what you're saying is that they have to do their homework, right?
Yes.
Kind of search about what's the best way to kind of approach this game, kind of think about what they want to do or how the patterns that they want to really play. Right now, near Rozak, it looks like RAZE is the only team that is here, so they should be good to go. They should be very loaded up after this.
So we have the circle basically ending up the first circle on the west south of the main island. So we're getting a lot of water on the first phase. So like teams are gonna have a little bit. They are going to be a little bit
Congested, I think?
congested a little
Yeah.
bit more. So we may see a little bit extra like early on fighters in this game today.
Yeah, it could be a little bit more fights. Hopefully so, because for us, the viewers as well, it looks fun that they're fighting, but it's again ill-advised for you to fight very early on, especially what happened to Iraq Monsters, right?
Yes.
So I think they kind of got slayed very early on. Didn't really want to look for the fight, but because they evaded the fight altogether, they were ill-equipped to just defend themselves as well. So maybe you kind of want to go a little bit for the fight just to make sure that you secure your place in that compound. Oh, sorry, not compound, but you secure your place in that city to make sure you get the loot first.
Yes.
But that's not what happened just now.
So it's like this map is not like you don't get a lot of items unless you get to those hotspots. But many teams like to play it like a wild card way. And so sometimes when two teams both have the same tactics and end up awkwardly in the same place, that those things just happen. Like it's pure bad luck, but also a little bit like let's put it bad judgment sometimes. But it depends. It's sometimes like luck is a pretty important thing also in PUBG sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you have to fight, sometimes you have to play it a little bit more defensive.
Yes.
Things like this happen, so you have to make the decision very, very fast. Right now, it looks like HQ Loka will be able to spot out another team. Is TR very close to them. They're going to try and spray the car down, but it looks like they will evade that fight altogether because they do not want to take a fight as well. The better decision is to get into the circle, secure your place, secure your position, get the high ground, and then play it from there, right?
Yes, like try to make a place called home. Hold your line over there, and try getting kills or long-range kills if you can in the early on games. We're here trying to get over that hill. Will he make it? Like he only got one vehicle, so
yeah,
try to find a way.
He has to here, but that vehicle is done for. I don't think he'll be able to retrace his steps and just kind of back. Oh no, okay, he's gonna try and reverse his way out. Should be able to do so right now.
Right.
That's really good, nicely done. So he will be able to save that car. Kevin there with a save.
Yeah, good job.
good job.
Good job.
So again, you can see the circle is about the southwestern side of the map. So it's a little bit lower, but it means that a lot of these teams, it's still very accessible to a lot of these teams. A couple of teams are a little bit further up, a little bit further bottom. It's ABS, MTB. They have to kind of trail their way back from the island of the Sanhok military base and then back towards the circle. So right now, it seems to be a fight from Team 69 and 6. But 69 are running the heck out of there. They do not want to take this fight at all. So again, a lot of these teams are making the decision not to fight and play it a little bit more defensive.
So like basically these early on phases of the game, so we're not gonna see a lot of let's say fights or engagements coming up. So we're just gonna chill a bit and see how the circle is going to be coming up.
Yeah, RAZE is there, very close to the school area, but they are in the houses which is near the school. There's a name for it, but it's in my language, so it doesn't make any. There's no context here. But this is the house that's closest to the school. You can play it a little bit more defensive here because there's not a lot of people that should be here. So the circle went back towards the southern side, and again, it's still drowning water. That's at least 30% in water. And half of it, a little bit more, is in the Sanhok military base. So a couple of these teams can be safe if they go towards the edge of the base, but there could be bridge campers or gatekeeping teams right there.
Normally, like in this situation, we're gonna see some teams trying to bridge camp because we have like basically two teams in the military base right now and trying to get out. And here comes the first team trying to get out of the bridge.
Yeah, they're trying to, but I don't know. Looking at right now, they don't really have to cross,
Yes.
right? Because it's a little bit of the base is still inside the circle, so they should be able to survive at the edge if they want to. They do not have to rush in. They can just wait until the circle closes up a little bit, then only move in. But it looks like TR has found another team. It looks like Executors might be in a little bit of trouble here as Marley shoots a couple of bullets in towards that direction, but it looks like they will be playing it defensive as well. All of these teams, again, they could fight very early on, but they're taking the better route. As
Yes.
what AJ was saying yesterday was that play it a little bit more defensive and then play it towards the end, just like the last split, but this time around, slay out when you get into the
Yes.
last stage.
That's the one thing, right? Right now, TRD and both EXE, let's just call them EXE for now. They're just telling each other, this is our place. We're gonna hold this off. You hold that. You hold that position. We're gonna hold this off. You don't bother me. I don't bother you. And we'll see you next circle.
Yep, I think that's a good deal, right?
Yeah, that's a good deal.
That's
Like,
a good deal.
I don't want to fight. I guess you don't want to fight either. Let's just chill.
Yeah, but RAZE has been shot. Nobody is running around with a really broken car here. Might be exploded upon because they're shooting against him. V8 there, just spraying MTB, but somehow the car will survive. Mooney, I think it's Mooney, sees them from a mile away as well, but will not take the shots for now. They're playing it very defensive towards the ferry pier here.
So, MTB actually just got off of military base, so they basically should be a little bit more equipped than V8, but depends. And here we have.
Yep, TR right now laying the floor, will be able to get a couple of kills. It's VT to take the hit, but it's V8 still fighting with MTB. Falcon is very close towards them, but somehow Falcon still survives for the meantime. I don't know why. I think they might have spotted him, but because he's hiding behind the wall, they're playing it a little bit more defensive. They do not want to overcommit because Thomas is right there looking at them. Once they try to commit to this, and they will be sprayed. That's exactly as I said. They commit to the fight, and Thomas sprays them a little bit. But Falcon is still behind the wall. They know where he's at. They spotted him down. But Falcon has to play it a little bit safe. Has the AK in hand, waiting for Awi to kind of show his face here. But he has to be careful because Nudi is behind him as well. And Nudi should be able to get this kill if he wants to. But the circles back towards the eastern side of the circle. The circle shifts towards the eastern side.
So again, we're seeing like Will making the play there, but gets taken down, and we have already lost one player of 2 players actually from V8 and 1 player lost from MTB.
Yeah, a couple of players down for V8 right now, but Falcon still very much alive, still survives behind the wall. Somehow they have to commit to him, and because they're committing to him, a couple of the other players, I think it was Thomas right in the other house, he has a vantage point to see them, but Orgasm is still inside the house. Falcon can finish him off, but Nudi will be able to pick him back up. He's only knocked. He should be okay for now.
So actually, for now, like Modoni, like if I'm pronouncing that right.
I thought it was Muni. Oh, I'm so blind.
Modoni, all right. Modoni is actually just making sure that Thomas doesn't lay any sprays anymore onto their teammates. But also, if Falcon right now makes the play, and I was wanting to say like this engagement is pretty long. This is called a long engagement in case you didn't know. But if you get too engaged, like if you get engagement for too long, you may get easily third party, especially when the circle is ending up in your position. A lot of teams are trying to get into circle, and if you're still
nice shot from the Moduni there onto Falcon with the grenade. Will be able to blow him the heck up. Falcon's down. Moduni there will be pushing in. Maybe he wants to take the kill, but again, because Thomas is watching on a vantage point, it's very hard for them to commit. No duty. No duty. Okay.
Moduni.
No
duty.
No duty.
No duty.
I don't know where's the duty at, where duty is at, but it means that it's no. It's not there. Falcon has been dropped. No duty wants to commit to this fight or wants to commit to that kill. But again, Thomas is at the vantage point. It's very hard for him to commit to the kill because Thomas can see him from a mile away. But Falcon's back is exposed, and no duty will be able to take him down. Thomas is still there at the second floor. It's very hard for them to get the kill. And no duty, Thomas is still looking at that position, still marking them, and No Duty still hiding behind the wall. Thomas does not know what to do now in this situation. And still hiding inside the house. Thomas comes out from it. Clown sees him from a mile away. This is the third party we were talking about. EXE suddenly arrives here at this fight. and they want to commit to this, but I don't think they know that V8 is close by as well. So that might be very, very dangerous.
So EXE Extreme being the one of the teams last season having a lot of kills, like Clown making pretty some good shots. He has the ability like to shoot through the craziest angles and craziest holes into other teams. So Clown is a pretty good player, and he's basically the spotter of the team, and he kills a lot. So V8 just got eliminated and ended up in the 15 places.
Yep, HQ here all alone. Sorry, Jamal's all alone here. His teammate has been picked up. RAZE is fighting with HQ here. And HQ looks like they will be hiding behind the rock for the meantime. But RAZE is still converging onto them as well. They are on the edge of the safe circle for now. But the blue might be moving in 35 seconds where they have to move as well. But it looks like MGRM will try to run away from him. He's inside the car. He's getting sprayed down by Tomas. But Tomas somehow misses the last spray. And he will be able to survive here.
And the vehicle gets blown up, but he escapes. He should be able to recover from that spray. So far, so good for him. And we have the circle again closing in again on like near the bridge actually.
Yeah, this is very, very weird for a lot of these teams because they landed up in the middle of the map. Now the circle shift 3 times toward the eastern side, coming in from the western side. So they have to kind of shift, or they kind of have to stop in their tracks while they were shifting positions. So they don't have to go far from here. But Executors, again, the favorites of this map, they see another team here. It's 92, very close towards them. Sorry, 69, very close towards them. This is SWAT 69, I believe. Executors sees them, has a range to fight with them as well. Close range encounter if they want to, but they're throwing out nades as well to kind of shuffle the players away from each other so that they don't have to fight all of them together. But EXE Clown coming in from above. The nade will not connect here, but EXE Clown coming in from inside. It's actually 6 and 6 fighting as well. And it looks like Team 69 still against EXE Clown here, who's coming in for the flank from behind. And Team 69 in a lot of trouble. And 6 fighting with H7 now will be able to get those kills. But EXE Clown still from behind. But he has been found by that team. 69 will be able to spray him down. And Demon joins him as well. He gets nailed to the coffin. But somehow we are shifting between 2 fights in the Nas fighting is there. So 69 still fighting against EXE here. But they are 3-man strong. And EXE are only 2 men alive. They have to somehow revert to a more defensive position because they are above ground where they should have the upper hand here.
Right. SWAT 69 actually lost 2 mans, as you said, but Extreme over there has 3 man down, but they can actually pick them up if nothing bad happens. Again, we have basically every other team. This is a crowded circle in here. Nobody is in the blues. Everybody's around the circle. Everybody's trying to get a place to get a cover, get some cover, and fights are coming in, kills are coming in, frags are coming in from every direction, bullets coming from every direction. So right now, what you want to do is commit to a fight and just roll with the dice. It's the best choice. But also, you can play it slower and hope for other teams getting eliminated and getting those placement ranks.
Yep, that's exactly what you can do in this situation. But again, they're very forced to fight because the circle shift towards the eastern side, and then they were all coming in, converging from the eastern side, and then they had to stop in their tracks and started fighting around here. So Nox is there as well. Executors, Rafek is still very much alive here, but he gets knocked as well. Leaving Law all alone. Law is still fighting against Team 69, but somehow it's another team that rejoins them. It's actually MO rather, is fighting against them, but they're getting third-partied by 69 as well. EXE has been eliminated. Executors, the favorites of the game, has been eliminated, and they are out for the first game.
And that was it for Extreme, ending up in 14th place, right? We have 12 teams left. SWAT 69 over here dealing some damage onto it and knocking one player already down. Good shots from Moha. And another team trying to blow up the car. That car is going to blow up any minute round, and he's basically pretty low. If that car blows up, he may end up, but luckily he doesn't, but he's pretty low at 1 health left.
Yep, he will be able to heal up. MTB still fighting against 69 here, but 69 in a lot of trouble as Moa exposes himself. He will be sprayed down by No Duty, and that provides a lot of problem for Team 69 here. MTB still a lot of players very much alive because they have two. They have the advantage. It's HQ fighting against N6. Everybody just fighting around the circle right now. Again, they were shifting from the east. They got stuck in their tracks because they are fighting with each other. As you said, once the circle closes down, they have to converge upon each other and they have to fight. There's no other way to do it. And now HQ coming in from the sides as well, and they get dropped very, very fast. Loka coming in from the side. He's all alone, but he wants to try and fight this out. The Nas will be dropped as well. Nice shot from him, but he gets sailed upon by Lenas, and Lenas will get that kill. Lenas, I think is the name of the player. I think it's very confusing because there's so many fights happening all together at the same time, leaving us with 9 teams left, 27 players on the field, and we are only in the 5th circle.
Yes, we got 2 more teams eliminated on that last circle. We're moving on to 4th circle, and basically we're gonna see, like, when the circle ends, we're gonna see no more than, normally we don't see no more than 5 teams left. Normally we have one full strong team, but two sneakers normally, and one more like 2-man squad or 3-man squad.
That's usually how they line things up. 46 here firing on all cylinders, trying to fight. There's just fights happening all around, but you can see 46 has 4-man strong. Abstruse, Real Deal, iKurd, Vendetta, MiliTaryB is left with 3 along with Vendetta. Nox is left with 1. So we have 7 teams left on the field, very, very fast. Everybody's just converging on everyone. They're just fighting on all cylinders and just fighting on all angles as well. Because of it, we're left with only 23 players left on the field. But that's, again, you said about the 3rd party, right? This is the 4th and 5th party as well. Everybody's just converging on one place.
So right now, 46 actually has the best position right now. They're in the circle. They can land some damage on other teams, like weakening basically every team on the weakening every other team on the map. Basically making hard for every other team just to play aggressive and making sure their lines are clear and strong.
Yep, 46 has the advantage there. Oh, nice shot from Kevin. Will be able to connect, but will does not get the kill for the meantime. But one is very, very low. Will be finished off by somebody else. It's actually his teammate from TR who gets the kill to provide some more support and suppressing fire towards the side of K25. Sorry, iKurd rather. And they are still 3-man strong. Still very much alive here, but they are in a lot of trouble here, iKurd.
And we got NOX XR, NOX right there sneaking, trying to get NOX trying to get that placement points for his teammate, carrying the torch, trying his best just to get a better placement point in the end, because he's the one man left on his team.
Yes, and we did see yesterday a lot of these teams, a lot of the players rather, cut their losses, try to sneak their way inside the circle and then get placement points, as you said. So hopefully he will be able to do so, but this is very hard because everybody is converging on one place. It looks like MTB wants to rush in. We'll be able to make that with 46. It's MTB and 46 fighting it out now, and somehow 46 comes out on top and will be able to survive for the meantime. Very nicely done from them. As you said, they have the better positioning here. They have the high ground. They're sitting in the hut or the Harry Potter tower.
And we got the second team coming in.
There's another team wants to converge onto that side as well. APS getting sprayed down. Satan just shooting them down, but somehow he has to hide for the meantime. No one to provide support, but he gets sprayed down as well. It's just wiping the floor with them, and somehow 46 survives with 3 men still very much alive, and the 4th guy just getting picked up as well. So they have 4 men strong still, sitting on top of the hill. They have all the advantage in the world.
And also, they have better grills. They have a lot of items to play with. They have the high ground. They're basically, if they can, Hazem gets knocked down. Let's see if he can crawl his way back to his teammate. And we got the other teams also right there. We got DV over there with 2 men left and trying to avoid any more engagements if they could, and other teams trying to get into the circle, and DV's gonna get sandwiched pretty quick. And right now, if 46 is on the high ground, what they want to do is just chill. That's the best thing you can do. They already have 5 kills under their name. 5 kills is 5 points, and if they land that chicken dinner, that's going to be coming in. So what they want to do is basically hold that good position and let other team play and die, basically, and then go in to pick up some extra kills and make their play.
Yeah, but that was a mistake coming in from those two teams, I think.
Yes.
Because 46 had the high ground, they shouldn't have just knocked on the doors and just kind of try to fight their way in. Because you don't have to take the high ground on the meantime, right? You have to fight with the teams right in front of you first and just take your time. But DV coming in from the bottom here, right by the beach, seems a player is Satan really by the edge of the hill, but Satan does not have a view towards him. And DV will be hiding here, but DV has been spotted out. It's actually Meme in a lot of trouble here, getting sprayed down, but Satan has no view of him. He's going to try and throw some pop shots in, peppering them with bullets, but DV somehow survives this for the meantime. Still by the beach, 2-man strong, but the suck here is very hard for them to come out. But everybody's trying to fight with 46 here, but somehow 46 has the advantage. You can see Satan with 5 kills already to his name. And still 46 up the hill. I don't know why all these teams are trying to converge onto them, because they can just fight from here. iKurd does spot out. DV will be able to spray down Meme there. Meme in a lot of trouble, has fallen down and he will be taken out as well. Kevin is being sprayed down. Everybody's trying to converge on 46. What the heck are they trying to do? Because they have the high ground. There's no way for you to win this, because he's just coming into the mouth of the dragon now, AJ.
Like, right now, because every other team like have no choice just to roll with it, because you're in the water. You have no way to fight against them in the water, right? The circle is up the hill. There's no other choice but to choose to fight with 46. There's no other way to go for it. And we see NORX making his team play, but also getting knocked out, and they have got eliminated, ending up in 5th place. That's good enough.
Yep, that's leaving TRD, iKurd, Vendetta, and 46 suits to their own devices to fight. But 46 again having the high ground, and TR, as you said, the circle is there on the side of 46, and because of it, the rest of them are trying to converge onto him. But again, although the circle is there, they didn't have to fight very early on. But because of it, they tried to fight, but they lost. A lot of teams just lost coming up the hill, and nades are being thrown by TR here, will not connect on to 46. It kind of just landed a little bit of an overshot there, as TR still trying to siege down this small hut on the side of the hill.
Like, Team 46 actually is not in a good position right now. So everything wants to come down. They already have fought out 2 other teams which rushed in, and that makes them a little bit vulnerable, because they got their item used, they got their med kit used, they got lower armor statics. So if 2 teams rush in the same time, they just maybe not are going to able to hold this off.
But that's a problem though. After that 2 team came in, they kind of left all their boxes up the hill. So because of it, Team 46 will be able to regain some resources from it. So I think that's one of the things that's happening right now. Because of it, they're lasting very, very long up the hill. But iKurd from the sides, they have 2-man strong, Kid and Men still fighting it out. Or KI1 and Men fighting it out, still behind the trees, still trying to hide it out for the meantime. We are in the circle 8. It's going to start shrinking very, very soon here, and things are starting getting a little bit iffy. TR still on the eastern side of the circle. They're trying to push in.
So the play is basically on TR right now, all right? They're gonna make the decision either just go for the Team 46 or to finish iKurd first, then go for the 46. Because if they go now, they're gonna get sandwiched by iKurd and 46 in the same time. But if they go for iKurd, they're gonna get sandwiched also by 46. And iKurd making some plays for the 146 team members down. They're dueling back with 2 more. So iKurd 1 more is going to be, and this game is pretty hard right now.
Yeah, iKurd with 1 left player, but somehow getting the kill up on Bull. I think I forgot his name already. That was because everything is just converging very, very fast. For TR, there's 4-man strong, but they're on the side of the hill, so they can't be found by 46 for the meantime. But somehow it's as if he jumped down. What a mistake by Hazim there. 4-man strong, and TR will be able to take them down, or him down rather. And now TR has the vantage point. They have the opportunity to win this game, to win this round, because they have the 4-man strong.
This connect can be game changer for TR, and unfortunately that doesn't make. And TR has got, like, they were in the best position and they got wiped out in 3rd place. Right now it's 1-on-4 with iKurd, last member remaining. And congrats to TR winning the first chicken dinner.
Yeah, TR winning that, but although it was a little bit iffy, again, as you say, it was advantage to I think 46. They had the high ground there, but somehow they just was let up by TR, but TR coming in from the sides. But better decision from that. They just kind of played it out, didn't rush the house. played it very, very defensive, waited until the enemies came to them, and then that's how they did it.
Yep. Let's look at the kills right here. We got Team TR getting actually a lot of kills. They got 11 kills under their name. iKurd also having 8 kills under their name. But Team 46 only having basically 8 also under their name. But in this situation, because the new point system, kills do matter much more if you're ending up top five places.
Yep, that's exactly that. And we were saying that at the edge of the fight, that's sorry, at the edge of the game, that's when you start the fight. That's exactly when 46 start firing on all cylinders. But again, sitting on the high ground means that you don't have a lot of space to move. So they know where you're at, but you don't know where the opponent's at. That's where TRD was there. Hazim actually jumped down thinking there was nobody down there, and Hazim got slayed very, very fast.
Hazim actually, so in our opinion, like, I would say a little bit lack of item management from them, because I saw a lot of, like, 2 of them and they're having more grenades and some smoke. If they use those smokes and create a scenario for themselves to
fell on their laps. That's exactly what happened to Hazim. They fell exactly on their laps where 4 players were down there waiting for them, and somehow TR would pick up the win. Although it didn't seem like they should have.
Yeah, it did. Like I was like, oh, this is a 46 win for sure, because they got the higher ground, they know all the information, and they know they have the equipment, and even though they didn't, they found out to other teams and just like got delivered boxes to like post delivery straight to their doors. Like, knock knock, who's there? Your delivery. Right? And like, it was the game for 46 to lose, and they did. They really did. So what a pity. Again, congrats to Team The Real Deal. The Real Deal, yeah. The Real Deal TOD getting that first chicken dinner. But it was pretty close. And here we have the scoreballs. The Real Deal ending up with 11 kills and 20 placement points, and total of 31 points. Yeah,
winning chicken dinner for them. iKurd follows up with 8 kill points with 14 placement points with 22 points in total, with 46 following behind with 18 as well. Vendetta drops to 4th with 10. So that's about the top 4. But whatever it is, TRD is sitting at first, so they have the advantage right now going into the second map. The teams are going to be a little bit more scared to engage TRD, knowing that they won the fight. But
this is from yesterday.
Alright, so I got confused for a while. With the double chicken dinner yesterday, right?
This is basically our Middle East full scoreboard. You can see it every round. So iKurd had 2 chicken dinners yesterday, ending up on first place with a total of 93 points. Let's see if today Group C and Group D can catch up to that point.
Yep, that's exactly what we are waiting to see today. But here's the top 24 teams so far. Mixed out, sitting at the 24th, RAZE at 32nd. So things are not looking too good for the teams at the 4th page. So let's see. The kill leaderboard. Iraq squad still leading the charge with 14, 13, and 9. Sitting at 1, 2, and 3 there. Same thing, or whatever happened yesterday was still persisting. But it's still early days. There's only one game they're being played today.
We got 3 more games to go,
3 more games to go. So they're still far out. A lot of games that will be played. So anything still could happen. But whatever it is, CRD could gain more points here. Could actually exceed what Iraq squad did, because a lot of these teams were fighting very fast. So they were getting a lot of kills in quick succession, right? So because of it, they were getting a lot of kills.
Yes, of course. We should get a rest, right?
Yeah, we should get a rest. So we will be going to a short break. When we return, more PMCO after this. Now with RBK, Kernax is actually getting shot here. So I think they will be fighting here. Salem dropping that player very, very early on towards the other teams, as you can see. But because SYR is sitting at the 3rd place right now in the total ranking, flanking around, RNF, as you said, coming in from the side, will be able to take down the kill up on Al-Qaeda. Against Elite here. So Elite, Ali, gonna shoot back, but it's actually KS. The girl squad is actually under fire now. We will be able to get one. It's actually Rishi to get dropped. Don't see very much alive here, but it's actually Ari to get dropped again by Ali. He wants to finish the job, but just can't get the shot up on him. Bojo is above him, should be able to survive for the meantime, but Ali wants to fire in. That's a lot of damage. GG. is maybe GGing very soon as R&M coming in from the side as well. Everybody just converging from the side as well onto this hill. They will be able to get all the kills in the world as Job will be dropped as well. There's another player coming in from the GG squad, still very much alive. So, Lucky squad, I kind of get confused there. So, Don and now getting caught upon as well. They're in a lot of trouble UN. And Lucky squad just firing on all cylinders, just pushing them down with those bullets. As I think one more player is still very much alive here for the side of UN, but it's trying to run. John is alive as well, so there's two players still alive. They're still standing right now, but they're getting fired from all angles. Marco coming in from the sides as well. UN in a lot of trouble here, getting sandwiched from all angles. Can they escape here? But Shaw gets shot and he will be dropped again as Bunemo just trying to escape. That John gets dropped, one of the better players coming in for the Uncharted squad. But right now it looks like that will be all Shiro as Uncharted has to evade this fight altogether, but they get eliminated at 16th place.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Anytime, anywhere. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Endless respawn, endless fun. There is a better choice.
Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 split. Oh, sorry, fall split. Before I just said split there. So thanks to our title sponsors Vivo and I'm Win, along with AJ will be your casters for the day. And if you want a more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance, use the Vivo V17, and here comes the glorious chicken dinner. So thanks again for joining us, and if you do like the stream or you do like PUBG Mobile esports in general, do hit the subscribe button. Make sure you get the notifications because there will be 6 regions being played here on this very channel, so it'll be fun to watch as well, AJ.
And also make sure to hit that bell to get those notifications coming in. Also, if you enjoy the game and you want to play, just simply go to your local Google Play Store or go to App Store from iOS and just search for PUBG Mobile and just download the game.
Yep, that's very easy the way to start the game or to start yourself into esports.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Download and click start and off you go. Right. So I got my chair swap. Right. I almost died. I almost died. I think.
I wouldn't exactly say that you died, but it would have been very painful if you had fallen, right?
Yeah, it's pretty painful backstage. All right, so congrats.
TRD.
Yeah, TRD, the real deal. So congrats to them winning the first round. Let's see if they can keep their statics and keep it going for the second round and third round, fourth round. Hoping the best for them. And it was we haven't seen a lot of plays from Extreme or SWAT69. So maybe it's still warming up for this game. It's the first day for them. It's the second day of our Middle Eastern, and especially let's just roll with it and see what's going to happen.
I think that's exactly that. Because Executors, I think, fell on 14th or fell at 14th place. So they fell really, really fast, and they were the favorites as well. So SWAT69, we didn't see a lot of them going into that. They got eliminated very early on as well. So they kind of fell fast and furious, and without any revenge kills. They didn't get a lot of points out of it because they fell too fast. So I think to rectify it, I think TRD is one of the teams right now that's the favorites, and hopefully, as AJ said yesterday, the consistency is key. So hopefully they will be consistent in getting those chicken dinners and getting a lot more points and kills.
All right, if you even though you don't get any more chicken dinners, just try to make it to that top 5 because they got basically 10 kills, I believe, right? 11 kills. 11 kills. So that makes them total score of 31 points in total. So that's a good score to play with from the beginning, and just keep trying to end up in 5th place with a couple of kills, 2 or 3. 2 or 3 is a little bit small, or a little less, maybe 5 kills should be just enough. To give you a bigger room to play, to roll with the tournament, right?
A little bit more wiggle room if you get those top 5 or the top 3 placing. But again, the point system has changed from last split. Of course, last split, if winner chicken dinner gets you 30 points. This split is going to be 20 points each for every winner chicken dinner. So the discrepancy between the first place and the second place is maybe 6 points. 6 points, yeah, 6 points difference. So because of it, it gives you a lot of more leeway because the points are just so close, so congested towards each other that you can just catch up with anybody above you with kills.
Last season, it's basically placement points were basically more important than kill points.
Placement was king.
Yeah, placement was king. But this season, we've seen the placement points and kills are basically averaging up. They are both important, and you basically can't live without each other. If you want to win the tournament, you need both kills and placement points. Yeah,
exactly that. So hopefully some of these teams will be able to balance things out, I think, between placement points and kills, so that they get something like what TRD did. They played it very fantastically. They played it, not to take anything away from them, because 46 did a mistake there because they had the high ground, but TRD played it fantastically. They played it to the side, waited for the kills to come to them. iKurd, I think the thing that changed the most, or the thing that really changed the game there, was because iKurd's last player got 1 kill. I think it was on Satan.
Yeah, he got 1 knockdown.
Yeah, he got 1 kill. Straight away he got knocked, and then he finished the shot. And because of it, there were 3 men left. And then Hazim dropped. Hazim
Yes.
dropped in the laps of TRD, and then
Like-
he got finished off.
So Hazim was basically stuck on the rock. So he tried to go from above, but he was stuck in the truck. So he had basically no choice to drop in, and he was already in the blue. So as soon as he dropped, he basically got blued, and like he was landed a couple of 2 shots and just a little bit health left and got blued. So that was like a little bit miscoordination from team 46, and a little bit like less like if they have a little bit more control of their team and more communications coming in from their teammates, maybe it could have ended sideways.
Yeah, again, 46 at their advantage, up their high ground. What was their, I think your takeaway from it? What was the biggest mistake that 46 did?
I believe like
Other than the 2 mishaps, I think one getting killed and then one more Hazim mishap.
getting killed is normal, right?
Yep.
You get killed, things happen. The thing is how to respond when you have one less player. How to respond to the situation. You have to get more communication coming in. You need to know what's your play. So the part I believe Team 46 was lacking is communication and commitment. Like if they had better communication, so all right guys, we're gonna try to finish, for example, the real deal, and like if you finish real deal, like we're gonna commit to that. At least they can get some kills. But they were like basically split like two parts. Hazim dropping in from the left side trying to get the real deal, and the other 2 players trying to get. So that was the problem they encountered, and that was the pity point.
Yeah, I think the takeaway from it is just not to split your offenses, right?
Yes.
If you want to attack from one direction so that you can get those kills. But if you split your offenses, mishaps can happen. That's exactly that. So we will be moving into Sanhok right now. The plane flew from Hatin towards Camp Bravo.
A little bit different because you get loots every place of the map. So TRD team. All right. So so sorry, I was speaking. All right.
Yeah,
just got improv for like I almost step over again. Sorry.
Don't fall again.
Don't fall again. So so we were back in the game. So we were saying this game you don't want to go for an early on engagement with other teams because you can't get those loots. You need you can fall any place you want, and don't be in engagement with any team early on in the game and trying to save your strength to the end game.
Yep, hopefully they will try to heed your warning and just play it a little bit better. So I think hopefully, again, these teams listen to you and rectify the situation very, very soon. Not to take fights very early on, just take fights a little bit later and just save their whatever they have, the equipment they have for the bigger fight. Because sometimes, even though you take the fights very early on, some of the teams that you take the fights with are ill-equipped as well. So you can't really loot a lot from their bodies. So that's one of the problems that I take away from it as well.
Yes, totally agree. We have 2 teams looting around this campaign. I don't think they're gonna get engaged pretty early on because both teams are gonna scout for each other, making sure that nobody surprises each other. But we're not going to see an early on engagement. Here we have Nox over here is still looting over the temple side. Team 46 over here, Saturn, still everybody's still in the looting phase right now. Nothing really going on yet.
Yep, everything has slowed down extensively since the last game. Everybody's just playing a little bit more passive, but DV will be able to spot out a couple of players here. Team DV's Mohanet, I think is how you pronounce the name. So it's back to 46, the team that could have won last round. So Mohanet is all alone here. We'll be able to spot out one player. He's at the edge. He's actually underneath them. Somehow we'll be able to spot a couple of the players down, but they can't really see him from here. 46 is above them, or above him, and will not be able to spot him out just yet. He's actually firing a couple of shots. They don't know where he's at. He's actually underneath the floor. I don't know what he's doing there. I think they know, they have an inkling of where he's at.
And he gets taken down quite easily because it's pretty easy to find you
Yeah.
if you're standing there. Alright, we are in the boot camp over here. Team is like everybody's just looting normally.
Yep. Vendetta right now looks like they have just escaped from boot camp. They have gotten what they need from the fight, and Team TR, the real deal, back into fighting ways, and MTB very close towards them.
All right, and Team TRD has basically. Are they going for this fight? I see utilities coming in. Molotov's out. Uh, I guess. Oh, we see like Will getting shut down.
Yep. Okay. So it looks like TRD were fighting with MTB right now. Team TRD pushing in towards Will as well, trying to get those kills in very early on. But Daisy gets shot a little bit. Sorry, Kevin gets shot a little bit, and he has to convert that to a more defensive position. Human gets shot as well. Will be able to use that first aid to heal back up, so he will be good to go after this.
But still, he have no pills left, so not a lot of item to play around with. And Team MTB just lost 2 of their mans early on the game. Oof, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt real bad. But we did see a lot of teams that still sneak their way into the last circle with a couple of players or one player still very much alive. So that could be in the cards for Team MTB as well. But Team TRD, the real deal, looks like they're very, very strong here. They're 4-man strong. They got a couple of kills. They have the compounds near ruins near to themselves, so they should be good to go.
Oh, sorry, my bad. MTB lost only 1 crew.
All right.
Alright, sorry, my bad. That's it. We have AZ still not sure if they left. Like MTB actually like did the better choice because they were low on items. They didn't have a lot of gear to fight war. They just easily fight back. And I don't think TRD should have that early on fighting feel for that because they had the chicken dinner. But what they really should do is basically try to keep that momentum and keep going, not trying to kill more in the early on stages.
Yep, they could have lost a couple of men there, but right now it's Team 69 right, fighting with Executors. Executors are in a compound, but suddenly we're following back into its TRD. But 69 still fighting with Executors into its that compound, so that should be something that we could watch as well, because Executors are the teams that should have been the favorites, but they fell very, very fast in the last game, failing at 14th place. So that's one of the things that they have to rectify very, very soon.
So from last season, we can actually know like Executors. This is a strong mag. Like they are strong on Sanhok. Basically, they know how to play with Sanhok. They camp very well, and also they know when to execute. Like they are the executors, right?
Yeah, they are.
Like they know when to execute the plans
yeah,
or
the play, right?
the play.
Yep. So again, hopefully they will rectify it very soon, because last game was a bit of a blunder for failing at 14th place, because they are the favorites. They should be going in very, very strong, but they kind of blundered their way, took a fight that they shouldn't have taken, kind of was driving around as well. They kind of got drive-by as well.
Yes.
So that's something that they have to watch for. Team IQ and Team MTB very close towards each other here at Painan, but somehow they're still not fighting against each other. Again, this is one of the smallest maps, or the smallest map in the game, but a lot of these teams are thinking about not fighting here because they do not want to engage too fast.
Yes, totally agree. Like, once again, it's not advisable to fight early on the stage, but sometimes you just have to. So right now, MTB won like 1 man. They have already lost 1 man, so basically they're just camping. Team IQ over here, sticking together, keeping that formation, easy and understandably, and making no sound at all. And they're just like everybody's like, this is the first circle coming in, right?
Yep.
Everybody's just gonna find a home, find a place to call home, and just another day in the office for them.
Yeah. Another day in the office, everybody just slowing down gears a little bit, just playing it a little bit more passive. They don't want to too much engagements to happen,
Yes.
because again, they just looted up in the first phase. They don't have a lot of fighting power just yet. So if they use too much utility or use too much of the equipment, they might be ill-equipped in the later stages of the game. So they do not want to go in that, do not want to be in that position, right?
Yes. We have Team VT over here, basically still loading and basically finding a place to call home. And I think they're just gonna hold this position and make sure the other teams are not going to invade their space.
Yep, a lot of the teams still inside the circle because the circle is just right smack in the middle of it. Didn't really
It's like
converge
it's
on
a
the left or
perfect.
right. Yeah,
It's
a
like perfect
circle.
middle circle.
Everybody's inside it, and nobody. But the thing is, nobody's fighting because they didn't really have to move, right?
Yes.
So it didn't really happen like what happened in the last game where the
It
circle was towards the southwest, and then suddenly it shifted towards the east 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's something that they kind of forced a lot of the teams to fight because they were converging from the east side. They wanted to go to the south, and then the circle just shifted back.
And we may have our first engagements with 46 and SWAT 69. 46 coming in fast. I think 69. Both teams actually right now know there's somebody near them. And I think we're gonna get our first engagement. Like, looks like Team 46 is going for it.
Yeah, it looks like they want to take this fight, but 69 are above them. SWAT 69 looks like they have the vantage point as well. They have the view around them, so they want to play it safe for now. 46, they do not want to engage too much into this fight, but they are pushing through. Fla sees a couple of them, wants to take the shot. Maybe he sees them, but does not want to commit too much. So he's waiting for them to pop their heads, rear their ugly heads, and then he wants to try and take the shot. Flare is on the other side, who has been naded, dropped very, very low, will be able to survive this and will be able to heal up as well. But I'm not too sure about the equipment here, but he has 2 medkits, so he has 2 first aids, so he should be good to go here in this fight.
Right, so SWAT 69 have one man, like have already lost 1 man, but they're in a better position and they're not making any sounds. So you can see the net and the position they have made. They have all the sites they need to have, and they're not gonna fight early on. They're just gonna try to get more information as they can. They're gonna try to know where the other teams are, and we have Team 46 just trying to slip and flank 2 sides. And if they succeed, it's gonna be hard. But no.
It's moment to get dropped very, very fast. BRT with the kill. Team 69 has the advantage here, but can they convert this into a win against Team 46? They are very, very close towards each other, but Satan looks like he wants to revert back to a more defensive position. He's running away now. It looks like they do not want to take this fight, where V8 is actually fighting with Team TRD, our winner of the last winner chicken dinner. So hopefully TRD will be able to take this fight to be more consistent here. Will be able to drop down Major, will be able to drop down Crazy as well, leaving Zero all alone here to his own devices, along with AZ. AZ is trying to flank them from the sides, but V8 might lose for play here. Falcon gets dropped, but you can see Thomas from above will be able to be sprayed down by Marley here, and Marley somehow will not be able to finish the job. 15 teams left here, 56 is still alive. They're fighting it off. It's V8 and TRD will be able to finish it off.
Oh man, it's hard for VA right now. They ended up like 15 place last round, and this is ending up 16 place in the second round. Not going too ill for V6. Let's hope they can recover from it on the third map.
Yeah, Team TRD looks very, very strong here in the second map as well. They know the engagement that they can take against V8 as well. Won the fight. Went for the flank as well, although they kind of dropped one player a little bit very early into the engagement. On. Yeah, but somehow they managed to convert it, right? So now Satan is just raising, not really raising, I wanted to say raising RAZE, but that's not really a word. They're trying to fight against RAZE here, but he's getting third party from behind. He has to be careful here. But
so Team 46 actually is in the worst position you can get.
And that is the worst position, as Satan gets sprayed down by Ray there. And he will be dropped very, very fast.
So they basically got sandwiched. Like, they tried to attack SWAT 69, and that basically pissed them off, right? Yep. And right now, they know someone's downstairs fighting with them. RAZE is fighting with them, and Team 69 is like, yeah, you invaded my space now. It's time to pay. And also, they also have a third team, IK, I believe, not far away from them, so they might get easily swapped out in this position.
Yep, anything can happen here because, again, when they start converging into a circle, sometimes you get more than 3 teams trying to fight it off, and then it becomes a third, fourth, and fifth party where everybody just fighting it off, and then you don't know where to look. So it's better for you to have the high ground, not to fight. Play it a little bit more passive, play it a little bit more defensive, play your positions a little bit better, and then just not take the fight and just wait it out.
Yeah, just chill, just chill, because it's very early on. It's just been like 14 minutes into our game. Still, the second circle is just trying to close up. We're gonna get the second circle closed in 15 minutes. Here we have the airdrop, drop in the river. Basically, oh, it's up.
It's an arm, so that's really nice. Another airdrop is the Groza as well. That's actually quite close towards each other, both of these drops. So it can be retrieved, but nobody's close by to take it. So HQ will be pushing up as well. MTB very close towards them. It looks like it might be a fight here as MTB close down the distance against HQ as well.
MTB. So right now, MTB actually has Extreme right behind him, and we don't know if HQ knows HQ actually. HQ knows that. Oh, MTB is actually falling back. They're not going for the fight. They don't want to take the fight, and just like we're out.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We don't want to take this fight at all. But it looks like there's a fight happening on the other side of the world because MTB is fighting with HQ still. But teammates are not trying to engage too much. But HQ wants to push this in, wants to try to take the fight towards MTB's quarters as Humum will try to support his teammates. He will try to defend. Muduni has been dropped here very, very fast. And HQ pushing in as fast as possible in towards the MTB squad. MTB still holding it on. See very much alive here, falling back a little bit. Humum taking more defensive strat. Try and play it more passively, but look at No Rudy, very, very low, and he will be dropped as well, leaving Human all alone to his own devices against the team that is HQ coming in, but he will be able to pick up No Daddy.
It's gonna be hard. It's close. It's close. 2 seconds left. Teams are going to try to swap in, and they do. And he has the defensive position, trying to get that kills, and no. And that's basically for Team MTB. And we have EXC right here. Just I was saying, executors were basically not far away from Team HQ, just behind HQ. And basically they are trying to third party HQ. It was like given a little bit help for the other team, but not very much. But also EXC Clown just got another kill from RTS.
Yep, yeah, executors are now right in from behind. This is a very smart decision for them. Waited for MTB to get eliminated first, and then just trying to nail HQ to the wall, right?
Like trying to be the bigger fish.
Yep.
Like this game, always trying to be the bigger fish is the smart way to play. We have RAZE here, seeing Team IK, making sure like trying to get more information. But I don't think they just made it into the circle. They just want to try to like hold it off and gather more information about the circle.
Yeah, iKurd here in a lot of trouble if they don't converge or if they don't convert this into a win, because they might be in a lot of trouble because RAZE is coming in and they're flanking from all directions. They know where HQ is at, but they do not want to take the fight just yet. They're still trying to get some information so that they don't get flanked from another team or get third party, fourth party, fifth party again. Anything can happen here, but there's nobody from behind them. They do not know that, but we do. We can see it from the mini-map. There's nobody behind them, but they're still trying to play a little bit more passive to make sure that nobody's going to come in for the flank, because the circle is closing in, and sometimes when the circle closes in, that's a team that's being driven by the circle as well, by the blue, towards the circle, and sometimes they will be meeting up with the teams that are on the edges of it.
And with TAX right here, just chilling. Nobody is going to like bother them. They have no problem at all, just looting around, making sure, gathering information, also scouting around. Nothing is really going to happen. We have IK here also down, being watched actually by RAZE. And the problem here with IK and RAZE is basically RAZE is gonna see them walking, and if RAZE does this criteria, they can basically paper down at least 2 players.
Look at the spray down from MTRM. We'll be able to connect a couple of those shots, but somehow will not get the kill. One stiff running it away, but as you can see, iKurd just trying to run the hell out of there, but somehow they're getting chased down.
So TRD basically heard those gunshots, right? RAZE is fighting with iKurd, and TRD may just come around and try to get iKurd pay for that nose that they just made.
Yeah, they're trying to fight it off, but as you said, it might be a third party here where there will be RAZE coming in as well. So they have to be careful here, but iKurd just, again, escaping with the sleeve of their life, not taking the fight again. playing it a little bit more passive, trying to play it for the later stages of the game. The end game is more important here. Although 1 kill, 1 point, and the point is currency right now is very, very little.
Yes.
But you have to play it a little bit more passive towards the later stages of the game.
So TRD already have 5 kills under their name. So far, so good for them. RAZE 0 kills, but full man squad, all healthy, nice and strong. They're all strong. So the third circle is basically spawned in, and we have 14 teams left and 50 members alive, and kills are going to start coming in fast. So fast that we are not going to be able to keep up normally.
Yeah, Team MOH fighting with HQ here, sorry, with Nox here. MOH and Nox fighting it off. Buck has already been dropped here, might be finished off. Moss are losing one player left and right and center. They will be dropped very, very fast. Just what the heck just happened there?
And Team MO right here getting spread down by NO, but also getting knocked down by MO Hersh Key.
Yep. Nox still fighting off her key, still very much alive. Lost 2 teammates as well. Nox can pick up their teammates, but the nades come raining in. What a wonderful nade. Galiko gets dropped as well. Nox losing players left and right. Suddenly, things are turning over the head, but Omar is in a lot of trouble. Will be able to be dropped here, but Gressel coming in from the sides will be dropped as well. He's leaving Herky all alone. 1v1 situation between him and RNX. If I'm not mistaken, the name is escaping me here, but he's going to escape with his life. It's Team RQ with TRD. Team TRD wiping the floor with them, but TRD will be able to pick up the team, and IQ will be dropped as well.
So here's the problem. Oh no, Devin just got blued, and I think he's not gonna make it too. And here arrived IQ just watching over TRD and not firing upon him because he's the only man left, and he's gonna try to go with the placement points.
Yep, so far he's all alone, and as you said, trying to survive for the longest time, right? Still, it's only the first circle. There's still a lot of more games to go. So Mustafa's going to try to play it a little bit more passive outside the circle. I'll try to play it the circle sweep, where he doesn't have to enter the circle and just play it a little bit more defensive. But Executors right now will be able to spot out Team TRD in the distance. But Team TRD does not want to engage as well. They're hiding behind the rocks because they do not want to take this fight at all.
Right, and basically Executed have Team TRD pinned down, and TRD actually, I don't think TRD is going to go for the play.
Yep.
Yes, they're not going for the play. They're like, we're out.
Yeah, with Danzo, we do not want to take this fight. But as it stands, 69 has just dropped RAZE, and RAZE will be eliminated at 12th place as well. So that's something to watch for because there's 11 teams that's left very early on. 5 teams has been eliminated as Executors are now fighting with iKurd as well. 46 against VTX. And VTX, who has been quiet for the longest time in the game, suddenly fighting with 46. And 46 gets flanked from behind. It's actually VTX. They have a player right in front of them, but he got flanked as well because they came in the middle of VTX.
Yes.
And they got sandwiched between 4 players.
So here's the problem we're facing out now. Most of the team aren't in the circle, and everybody's trying to get in that circle, but the circle is basically dominated with VT and MB Team ABS. So 3 teams are basically dominating and making sure no one's coming in, but the blue is closing in. So we got a lot of teams trying to get into that blue, but we still have 30 members, nearly 30 players alive. So it's pretty crowded in the circle.
Oh no, Executors just got dropped there, and they will be leaving at 9th place. So we are left with 8 teams that will be playing here. 25 players still alive. VTX fighting it off with 69. As you can see, Flat is a little bit behind them, so 69 is in a lot of trouble as they become firing in. RB is right there near him, so RB should be able to get this kill. So we'll be able to retrieve or revive his teammate. It's actually third party coming in as well with iKurd there joining the fray, and they will be eliminating Team 69 here, but iKurd has suddenly joined the fight.
Right now, iKurd, during the circle's not closing yet. They got about 15 seconds to make the decision where to go and how to play with VT. Are they going to commit for a fight, or are they gonna just run for it? So we got Team N6 just watching over VT. If VT flanks, they're gonna have a big problem, because if you flank, you're gonna get third party, and you may don't have the manpower just to fight with VT.
Yep, that is very, very true. As VTX gets sprayed down, a couple of players still very much alive here, but it's iKurd providing a lot of firepower towards one direction, but they're turning their gazes away from him to kind of get back into the circle, because the circle is pushing in as well. So they want to get towards a safer position, and they should be able to do so. They have the manpower to do so. They have 3 players strong. They should be getting to the circle. As you can see, Crom, I think it's Crom from VK, very on the left side from Vendetta or VTX right now, stuck inside one hole. iKurd still very, very strong here. They look like they could be taking this game. They have 3 men strong, 3v3, v3, v1 right now. 4 teams left playing it out. And N6, not looking too shabby.
N6,
sitting inside a house compartment as well.
So right now they have the manpower. They are strong and they have a good. They have the best. And the circle just spawned in their favor. And VT is try to get in them from behind. If they could do this, they may end up finishing off N6 by surprise.
Coming from behind. As that happens, it's actually HQ will be dropped by one of the players coming in from iKurd. iKurd 3 men strong, very much behind him with just one single rock, but somehow still survived by kill. K1
knocks out.
KIL or
yes.
KI1 rather gets knocked down as A1 providing a lot of suppressing fire will be able to take down one more kill onto HQ, and they will be able to survive behind this drop. But again, 3 more seconds, the blues going to come in. They have to converge into the circle very, very soon, and they're going to try and push in. And 6 still has the compartment or the compound to themselves as HQ tries to converge onto them, and this looks very, very dangerous for HQ.
So right now, actually, IQ, if they command to go to attack N6 or engage with N6, they have a better hand, because HQ is also busy fighting off RAZE and Balka. So it's like basically team working, and that's a perfect nade coming in from Balka, double kill, and basically swiping out Team HQ.
HQ finished top at third. Looks like a 1v1 situation. Not really 1v1, but 1 team against 1 team here. 2 maps left. Suddenly, it's a win. And it's the end.
And N6, congratulations to M6 getting that winner chicken, and basically finishing off with basically 7 kills in total. On the second place, we have iKurd, which finishing off with 8 kills. And third place, we have HQ, with a lot of kills actually, in total of 12 kills.
Yep, so whatever it is, N6 did pretty good there. Although they were converging, a lot of players were converging onto them, but somehow they survived for the longest time. Especially that iKurd coming in. iKurd was kind of the dark horse in that situation, kind of came in as a third party, but somehow didn't really convert any of those kills. But HQ had the upper hand. They were coming in as well, coming from the side. But no cover for them, no trees again. They were out in the open, and they got slayed very, very fast as soon as they entered the circle.
But great play from also 963 or 960 to 963, but it was a perfect play. But it was let's put it out, the circle was on their favor last round. Especially they got the cover, the circle was in their favor, and basically, especially this name, that was beautiful. Yeah. That was epic name from X90.
Yeah, again,
N60.
Yeah, N60, N69.
And
we're fumbling here, but N69 very much winning the fight there. Again, a good double nade or a single nade getting a double kill to clear down one of the teams that was actually, I think it was HQ who was up on the hill.
Yes.
So that was a very good nade to clear down one team, and then they just kind of sustained that house for the meantime, and then N63 got the win at the end. So that was very, very good from them.
Yeah, perfect kills. So there weren't much about we didn't see executors also coming up. We saw executing getting kills. We saw their tactics. We saw what I basically saw what they're going for. They basically wanted to play it slow and trying to keep their still to the end of the game. And we have the scoreboard here. 963 being the top place, getting 20 placement points in total of 27 points. But look at HQ getting 16 kills. 16
kills for them, making them the second place with 26 points. And iKurd follows at third, although they got better positioning or better placement points, but they only got 8 kills there.
So basically 16 kills, that's a lot of kills. So even though they end up in third place, the new point system shows that if you can get a lot of kills, you can a little bit ignore the placement points, but it's still important. And we have the total score of today. We we still are not seeing our Group C or Group D's coming in.
Yeah, the real deal is sitting at 6 here. Haven't really gotten into the top 5 just yet, but the real deal is slowly catching back towards the first place or towards Iraq squad, which is sitting at first place. So slowly they're climbing up, but it's taking them a little bit of a longer stance because it's only the second game. Still, there's 2 more games ahead of us. Anything can happen. TRD can still win this or can still exceed what Iraq squad did yesterday. But Iraq squad, as you can see, is iKurd who kind of jumps out.
He got 10 kills alone from 2 games.
Yeah,
that's a lot of
2
kills.
games as well. iKurd just jumping into the kill leaderboard.
Leaderboard, right.
Sitting at 3rd right now. So that's really good from iKurd as well. But iKurd was sitting at 3rd.
So, is it okay if they keep this momentum and they change a little bit about their planning and their playstyle? So they're like a little bit trigger happy right now.
Yeah.
Like they want to go fight every fight they got. Like sometimes, yes, we know, like we get that you're good at it.
Yeah.
You can't get those kills in. All right, sure, we can see that, but you need those placement placement points, man.
Yeah.
Right? You need to get in 3rd places. You need to like try your best to get the 1st place. Everyone wants the 1st place, but you need to be there on the top 5.
Yep, and that will be it for game number 2. We will be returning with PMCO after this, and it will be game number 3. Now with RBK, Kernax is actually getting shot here, so I think they will be fighting here at Salem, dropping that player very early on towards the other teams as you can see. But because SYR is sitting at 3rd place right now in the total ranking, flanking around, RNF, as you said, coming in from the sides, will be able to take down the kill up on Akaido. Against Elite here, so Elite, Ali, gonna shoot back, but it's actually KS. The girl squad is actually under fire now. We will be able to get one. It's actually Hishi to get dropped. Don't see very much alive here, but it's actually Ari to get dropped again by Ali. He wants to finish the job, but just can't get the shot up on him. Mojo is right above him. Should be able to survive for the meantime, but Ali wants to fire in. There's a lot of damage. GG is maybe GGing very soon as RNM coming in from the side as well. Everybody just converging from the side as well onto the skill. They will be able to get all the kills in the world as Jao will be dropped as well. There's another player coming in from the GG squad, still very much alive. So, Iraqi squad, I kind of get confused there. So Don and now getting shot upon as well. They're in a lot of trouble UN as Iraqi squad just firing on all cylinders, just pushing them down with those bullets. As I think one more player is still very much alive here for the side of UN, but it's trying to run. Don is alive as well, so there's 2 players still alive. They're still standing right now, but they're getting fired from all angles. Marco coming in from the sides as well. UN in a lot of trouble here, getting sandwiched from all angles. Can they escape here? But Shah gets shot and he will be dropped again as Bunemo just trying to escape. That John gets dropped. One of the better players coming in for the Uncharted squad. But right now it looks like that will be all Shiro as Uncharted has to evade this fight altogether, but they get eliminated at 16th place. Welcome back to PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2019 Middle Eastern Group Stages. I'm Win alongside AJ. Will be casting your games for you. Thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming, the Vivo V70 Pro is the one for you. And if you like the stream and if you like the casting, or not the casting, right? You just like the game.
Yeah.
That one leaves to be a lot to be desired. But if you like the game and you like PUBG Mobile esports in general, do like and subscribe to the page or to the YouTube channel so that you get more games headed your way, because we have 6 regions being played and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And remember to click that notification bell on the side. Also, if you like the game, if you're just turning in and you like the game and you want to play, just simply go to your Google Play Store or your App Store, search for PUBG Mobile, download the game and get started. Pretty easy, right?
Pretty easy for you to get started into the game, but what the heck, again, I keep saying this, what the heck happened, but it's just so surprising that 693. I keep forgetting because I keep fumbling because there's a lot of numbers here.
Yes.
Right? 693. How did they get that win? That was very strange because they had one compound. It looked like a lot of teams were converging onto them, but somehow they survived for the longest time. Threw that wonderful grenade onto HQ, got themselves a double kill, and then just wiped the floor with I think it was iKurd. Yeah, iKurd was the last team, the second team to fall.
So basically, like, if you want to say it in unprofessionally, they got lucky. Like unprofessionally, but professionally, like, there's always luck in PUBG. There is always the factor of luck, but making your chances better in those lucks are your decision calls. So 693 was in the circle, like not basically, they were in the circle all the time, but they made the decision to capture a compound, and they basically had to fight over it, but it was worth it in the end because they basically won because they got a lot of cover from there. The circle got in favor. That was the lucky part from them. But the other things were like they got the decision calls. They made the decision and they committed to capture that compound and hold it off as long as they could. So that's the major factor that why and how they won last round.
Yeah, and one more thing is that a lot of the other teams couldn't expand a lot of utility, couldn't really nade the house, because there were so many teams around the house itself. So because of it, it was very hard for them to access the house or to engage with 693, which was inside one compound, because they have to convert that into a big fight that they have to fight from the left and the right. So whatever it is, that was game number 2. Here we are with game number 3. We are moving towards Miramar and with our group stage here, with Middle Eastern group stages. And Miramar is one of the maps which you shouldn't really fight, or you can't really fight very early on, because there's not a lot of covers and you are usually split apart from the other teams. And that should be a slower game, slower pace than Sanhok, because Sanhok is the smallest map in the pool. So it should be a slower match. But Miramar, we saw yesterday in the first day, it was really hectic. It was really fast paced. A lot of fights going on very early on. And then it kind of went somber for the middle part, and then it ended up very strong.
So basically, this map, if you want to get loot, it's pretty easy to run into other teams, because every team is just trying to go, is trying to get over those hotspots, and basically, if you like run into other teams, you basically don't have a chance like to run for it, because it's basically there's no cover, it's basic desert and there's no tree. The only cover you're gonna get are basically terrains, and if you don't get covers behind terrains and you don't have that, you're basically gonna be executed.
Yep, executed. But speaking of executors. Yeah, executors. We haven't really seen a lot of them because they've been fumbling a lot. I think their gameplay has to be, there's a lot to be desired in their gameplay. They have to improve in a lot of aspects, especially in the survival aspect, because they keep taking fights that they cannot take. They keep landing in positions which they get flanked upon. And HQ in a very weird place here where they only have one house, a couple of houses to play with. So they're hot dropping right there, and they're leaving Loka to find themselves a vehicle, but Loka only gets himself a bike. So
bike is good enough. Like on this map,
it's really fast as well.
It's really fast, and like if you're dropping in these places, you need to get over terrains fast and quick and safely. And we have iKurd here already taking fire from VT. That's some early fires.
VTX just firing on all cylinders, starting very fast. But iKurd's players should be okay here as Men prunes down inside this hut. and it should be good to go. Reverting to a more defensive position, goes back and continues looting here. So it should be okay, but VTX and iKurd are very close towards each other, and pop shots are being thrown. But back to square one, back to the somber game that it should be, because this is the start to Miramar, right? It should take them a little bit of a while to get towards each other.
Yes.
But somehow, sometimes they drop or hot drop near closer towards each other, and that's exactly what's happening right now between MTV and I think it's RQ.
Yes. Also, we're having basically a pretty crowded situation over here in Precado. We have sorry.
Executors. He's
Executors.
really fumbling there.
Yeah, sometimes. And also IQ over here, both having a hard time to loot, actually. They had to put one man on scout, and Executor Frank over here is basically isolated from his teammate.
Yep, they are far away though. This means that executors can be jumped upon by IQ Iraq monsters. Looks like Jin wants to take this fight against Demon, but Demon hasn't popped his ugly head just yet. He's actually towards the eastern side of the building. It looks like one of the players might have seen him, but he's playing it very, very defensively here.
So, like, Executors right now, they're basically a little bit like the gameplay we're seeing today from Executors. They are just trying to play passive. They want to play passive, but in other games that we've seen Executors, like, they are basically aggressive team normally, but they may be changing their plans. It's good for, like, it's normally a good a tactic, but if you're not the team to go passive, like changing suddenly may end up hurting yourself, but it may help you in the long term because we have a long tournament to go.
Yep.
So it's like basically they like, all right, they made the decision just to play passive and to try to learn how to play more passively in the next few rounds.
Yeah, ABS and Nox also very close to each other, but as you said, that executors, I think decision making is key, right?
Yes.
I think it's either you want to play it very aggressive or very passive. Either way, you choose what fits your team the most. So that's exactly what they should be doing right now. But ABS right now has seen Nox, has seen a couple of the players. The players are playing it defensive as well, hiding behind the buildings to not expose himself. But Kara has already seen a couple of players passing through in between the buildings. Throws a couple of pop shots in, but will not connect for now. And it looks like ABS will just scatter back to a more defensive position, running out there as 69 and DVX have met each other here. They should be fighting very, very soon as Mohawk's coming in from the side as well. 69 and very prime position to get the skills.
We have right now SWAT69's teammate, which is called Poofla, right there, and scouting, and like trying to get more information. And basically, is that Dabby? Right, Dabby is like having a hard time. He's being shot a couple of times after he's getting knocked, so he's gonna try to survive the time. But we have the team DBX right here, just looking over. So if SWAT69 are going to try to save Abby, we have Rafe on the corner, so if Abby tries to make it over, he may be able to get revived by Ray, but let's see if I think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, he should be able to make it because they have no point of contention here at this compound. It's very hard for them to see where Debbie is moving forward. And he should be able to get towards Ray, and Ray is just there waiting for him. And the nade comes flying out on towards Fla, and towards Fla it will be because there's two nades coming in, and the second nade will connect from Meme. Nicely done there from DVX. Will they convert this into a fight? That's the question right now. And DVX
we didn't
goes
see that.
Oh no, they got the
Moho
kill.
actually got the knockdown.
Yep, Majid. So Meme gets knocked as well. He's firing on all cylinders here, but it looks like 69 are winning this fight for the meantime. Camp is inside the house still, but Fla has been dropped as well.
And first bloods go to 69 Rain, getting the first blood on team DVX as Ultima.
Alt Meme.
Alt Meme, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's Alt Meme. So could be Alt Meme. So
maybe it's a name, like I'm trying to I'm connecting it to like Middle Eastern Middle Eastern names sometimes,
yep,
which starts with an A. For example, me, Amir. Basically, right. Normally,
You put your name there.
right. So basically, it is.
Right, so DVX right now on the second floor. Sorry, Cam on the second floor. And 69 losing, bleeding players left and right. RAZE all alone, have still very much alive. Will be able to pick out Debbie here, but it takes 10 seconds for him to do so. And looks like DVX will let him do so because they do not have any information. But the nade comes flying out. Maybe no. Moha gets dropped here from DVX. And they are pushing in. Fla will be bleeding out very, very soon. Debbie cannot be picked up here as Ray all alone will be running away. Nope. Debbie has been picked up. They should be good to go here. I think maybe he wants to jump away from him, but DVX is chasing from behind. DVX wants to commit to more fights, but Debbie is still on the first floor. Still very much exposed here as Ghost Camp is on the other side of the building.
But what I want to say right here is like, why are these two teams taking this fight?
Yeah.
Like, look at the items they got. They got no medkit, they got no helmet, they got nothing. And if you take a fight early on, you're gonna lose players. Like, for example, Swag69 has already lost to DVX lost 1, and they got no loot. And the circle's closing in. And if you have a fight like this, if long engagement, you're gonna lose a lot for the end game.
But the thing is, if they win the fight, they still have Cruise Devil to kind of just loot up as much as they want to. So that's one thing that's going in for DVX. After winning that fight, they have the whole time to themselves. But the blue is coming in, so they have to move away from here very, very fast.
So in the early on games, if you're in the circle, yes, you can forward, but you're near the circle. So what you need to do is try to get more loot, because you like, this is competitive mode, right? You don't have time unless you kill other teams to get loot, right? If you start off, if you don't get loot in the beginning, you're gonna have a hard time getting more loots toward the mid game and the end game, because every place is gonna be looted already, and every team you see, they have better equipments than you. They have better guns, better, like, more medkit, and the chance you're gonna get with that is you have already lost two crew members or one crew member in a bad situation, and you're going for the fight. You most probably are going to lose that fight, and getting eliminated early on in the games, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, definitely not worth it. As you said, their equipments they are under or ill-equipped to take another fight after that, because they do not have a lot of utility to work with, especially the nades and everything. It's very important in a map like this, because you can throw the nade over a hill and then get those kills, because sometimes it's inaccessible for you to go with guns. So throwing the nades is very important in this map as well.
And so, especially on this map, as you said, utilities are so important in this map, because you get no grass, you get no cover. The only cover you basically can get is from the terrains and a couple of trees. If the circle is spawned in a mountainside, you basically get no cover at all. That's when you need smokes coming in. That's when you need grenades coming in. You need Molotovs coming in. The things you will need, you need cars to get it. You need to search those things in the beginning.
Dressler here being shot upon. Knows that he made a huge blunder here. He has hit the wall. The nade comes flying out as well. Will not connect, but he's getting sprayed down. This might be a knock here, as there is. He jumps out of the car. Not really jumping out of the car, but he gets knocked either way. But that would be it. We all shoot for one play from Nox here as VTX clears him down.
And VTX getting their first kill on this map. So far so good for VTX. And you see, even though right there smokes do turn in because you just kill and you want to loot, but it's like basically if you go loot there, you can easily get third-partied or get sniped for long range, because this is an open map. You can get sniped from higher grounds, lower grounds, basically anywhere. It's a dangerous map to like play around.
Yeah, exactly that. Long range fights is very, very evident in this map, because as you can see, there's not a lot of ground, not a lot of cover for them. So there's a straight road or a straight line for them to go with the sniper rifles, and exactly that. 6-axis and 8-axis are very, very potent in this map, and we should be seeing a lot of that soon. Now Mini 14 with the 4-ax, but with the 4-ax it's a little bit harder to hit those shots.
Yes, and right now we're gonna. It's a pretty friendly circle, I believe. Like adding the like circumstance that the route was basically oh, we're gonna some all right, we're getting some problems right there.
You
That
guys,
was
don't
fun.
be angry with your teammates.
Don't be
it's
angry.
Okay.
You like you
Right?
you're
Take
good.
it, take it out of the
easy.
game, guys. Take it out of the game, right? Take it outside.
Oh right, and HQ like oh, he got knocked out. He got knocked out. How? What happened? What happened?
Every single time that happens, I'm like weirded out. Like, what the heck?
What happened? He was like driving normally and he just knocked himself off. Oh, did he like get off the bike and knocked himself up?
Yeah,
That's
could be. But if I'm not mistaken, that's
Oh, that's a headshot coming in.
Oh.
One more shot, two more shots. One more. So close, so close, so close.
Yep, executors are now in a lot of trouble as well. They found a high ground where they could be at the edge of the circle, but the problem is HQ's coming in as well. And we know that executors not feeling it today. They haven't been fighting very, very well, so they might be heading into a problem here as HQ's firing on all cylinders as well. So executors has the vantage point, but again, it persists as the first game was that executors does not.
I believe, like, sorry to interrupt. I believe executors are basically they are going for the normal games they have. Like, are you seeing Clown? No. So that's how they play. They used to play like this. Clown is basically on the scout right now, and if they are moving, that means Clown found a safe place for them, and they're gonna go there and they're gonna camp, and it's basically. Maybe we're gonna see a play from executors coming in today. As we see, we've seen Clown right there, like finding a great position for his teammates, and yes, we are. And why is everybody in this game trying to hit him?
I have no idea. There's
Like,
a lot of pent-up anger
yes.
in a lot of these players. I think just hitting each other left and right. Especially their teammates like, you're on my side. I'm gonna hit you right now.
All right, a lot of fun right there. Like if you're like, can you imagine you're in the game like, don't hit me! What's wrong with you?
I like it when your voice just went up that through 99 suddenly like, don't hit me.
Don't hit me! What's wrong with you? Just play the game.
Just play the game. Yeah, relax. Just play the game. So executors again, not looking too shabby in this game. Looking alright after getting in this compound and getting the church. So I think they should be okay for now. But the thing is it the right decision? Because they did that in the first and second game. They played it very, very passive. But because they played too passive, they didn't take the fights. All the other teams just kind of converged onto them. And then because they were trying to escape, they got knocked in from behind.
They were just trying to save their strengths, right? But like, they fall back a lot. They were too passive. The problem with being too passive, if you don't fight back, sometimes offense is the best defense.
Yeah.
So if you don't fight back, the other teams are going to push in, especially if you have a better positions. Other teams are going to try to get that position. So if you don't back, so that's why we're seeing so many. If you're just turning in, that's why we're seeing so many teams like split their team into two-man squads and trying to fight off two teams in the same different. They're not trying to fight to win. They're just trying to fight to hold onto their ground.
Yep. But I don't know why, but they're giving away too much ground, right?
Yes,
They're giving away too much ground, too much positioning to the opponent.
So that was the problem with executors on last two rounds. They were like always falling back, always trying to avoid fights. But it's sometimes the right call to make. It's sometimes it's dependent on the situation you have. Sometimes you just have to fight back. Sometimes you just have to take the chances. But like maybe 1% is sometimes just good enough than 0%.
Yep, at least, right?
Try
your luck or something. As we said, this game is a little bit based on luck as well. So luck plays an important factor in the game. So hopefully, this time around, executors will find the flying colors or will win with flying colors. But I don't see that happening. After first and second game, it looks like this today might not be Executor's day, but the stance we're looking at HQ right now as Loka gets shot a little bit, and iKurd is fighting with another team as well.
So right now we have 16 teams, all basically no one's eliminated yet. So we have 57 players. We had normally we get 64 players each round. That means we only have lost. Oh, that's 56.
That's 56. As soon as you say that, one BL loses one player.
So basically, we only have lost 10 players throughout 7 minutes, and we're gonna see the kills are going to start coming in because this next circle has just spawned in and it's closing up. Kills are going to come fast, and right now we have basically over 5 teams out of the circles, and basically we're gonna see 6 more teams running into each other. Execute is getting shot by iKurd right there.
Oh, the shot might be coming in. Will not connect though because Rowan is shooting in that direction. Executors might be in a lot of trouble here, but iKurd is in a position where they might be flanked very, very soon because players are coming from each direction. TRD is coming from one direction as well. Now they see TRD. Team TRD is coming in from one direction. They know where they're at, and they're trying to shoot there. But now 963 has been eliminated at 16th place.
16, that's early on.
Yeah.
Remember, if you're just tuning in, they got the chicken dinner last round.
That's right.
So they got a lot of kills, and they were eliminated first on this round. So that's a big surprise for me, actually. And we have the first car fight coming in.
DVX and RAZE all aboard. Everybody's trying to fight here, DVX and RAZE. But here comes the spray from Evo. We'll be able to connect with two of them. There's a lot of damage against Majid as well. But Majid just turns back and just says that, you know what, you want to fight? Let's go. Let's see MTR and all that stuff. He's all alone. He gets sprayed down as well. Majid will get that kill. Nice play for Majid. DVX will win that fight.
Majid, great maneuver moves, right? Great maneuver moves. And that was the 15th place, and RAZE also getting eliminated on 14th place. And we see kills coming in pretty fast from everywhere, bullets flying everywhere. And Execute is so far so good, right?
Yep.
They're trying to keep their manpower alive and trying to
I just realized that, you know what, this is a 4th circle, right? Usually Executors fall about the 3rd circle.
So they're doing much better right there.
Yeah.
You see like Clown right there waiting for, and we have the standings right there. Rec Squad from yesterday holding 93. We're not seeing any teams except iKurd, right? iKurd is from today's match, holding in 44, and the real deal also with 43 points.
Yeah, and 6-9 team is also there on the top 5 as well. So 6-9 team doing pretty well, getting the chicken dinner in the last game, not sitting at top 5. So they're looking pretty good, especially because this is just the 3rd game, right? Something like that will happen as well. Yeah, so VTX right now, we mean a lot of trouble at 69 pushing in as well. It looks like they want to take this fight, but Nox is there. VTX fighting against Nox. It could be something big here. And they're trying to fight it off. So where is everybody right now for the side of Vox? Or the side of Nox, sorry, is sitting inside. Morzy has been found. He will be slayed upon. There's only one player left. It's RMax. He's hiding behind the wall, but they know where he's at. And they are converging onto him. RB will be dropped here. Nicely played for the Nox player, but he's all alone, and he will be sprayed down. And that will be all she wrote for that fight.
That's a great judgment call from VTX, committing to their fight, right? They need this building right off. So at Head Q actually gets eliminated on 11 players. We see 6-9, Swap 69 upstairs. They got a pretty bad rough start actually, getting 2 players eliminated in the early on games. So they're trying to like keep their manpower on 2 players and trying to sneak it into the placement.
The TRD is coming in from underneath. They could be huge here, but something's going to happen. As you can see, the circle is shifting towards the eastern side. TRD wants to go in for the fight. iKurd's on the 2nd floor, maybe on the 3rd floor rather, and they're going to go in. Marley sees a couple of players in. They have to further out a couple of them, but Marley actually falls back down. Still wants to go in for the fight. It's Daisy all alone sitting behind him, but somehow they win the fight, and iKurd gets dropped. Everybody there on the 2nd floor just got flashed out by TRD.
Perfect play. So right now, this the last circle, not the last circle, the 4th circle has come in, and circles basically closing in. The base place are actually belongs to VT and actually SWAT 69. Basically, every other team is on. Basically, they're on the west side of the map.
And Dabby's all alone here for the side of 69. So he's just hiding behind the truck, just biting his tongue. You know what? I'm just gonna hide here for a while. You know, and please don't find me. Please don't find me.
Right? That's what you can hope to. Great sprays into the smoke and getting 3rd party far away from MO her.
Yeah, and TRD is in prime position as well. They have the vantage point in the 3rd floor. They can see underneath them, but the problem is once the blue comes in, they have to escape out and everybody will know where they're at because they're shooting from above.
Like MiliTaryB right now holding 4-man squad, real, like they're all strong. The real deal also is 4 players. Vendetta right there also is 4 players strong. Actually Vendetta, I believe they got the most kills. They got right now already 3-2-3, I believe 3-2-2. I think they got already 7 kills under the name.
Nice.
But over here we see executors not having a single frag under their names.
Yeah, that's again.
Oh, 8 kills. Sorry, my bad.
That's
8 kills.
DVX with those 8 kills. That's really nice from DVX as well. Good playing for them. But look at the car flying around. Is VTX flying into the mouth of TRD? But TRD, we know how strong they are. This team is insane sometimes coming into the fight, and it will be able to wipe the floor with VTX. A couple of them has been dropped, but VTX wins the fight from above. Somehow, TRD has been dropped, and that will be it for them, placing 7th in this game.
So that right now, that's when item plays come in. You can see VTX more hard trying to throw those smokes, trying to get a little bit more cover, and we actually hear smokes a lot coming in. And Extreme over here with 3 man still alive, not going for the white, and we got a V8 right down the corner, also don't want to fight. But we see Rafik actually getting shot twice.
Yep, things are not looking too great for him because he's stuck behind a rock and hard place. But they're still pretty much alive here. And he gets needed. As soon as I say that, I'm going to bite my tongue here. BTS coming in for the side as well. DBX fighting them on Self off. But itself coming in for the shot will be able to land down one. Then there's another player coming in as well who should be able to finish it off. But he gets sprayed down. BTS coming in from above. They're split apart, but somehow they're winning this fight. But in from behind is Orgasm to shoot him down. And nicely done from that team, DVX. Just a little bit of a mistake there, but MTB getting the kill.
Right, so Dvendetta actually they're in the best position they can get, and they're basically like holding that building, which is all camp, I believe. Yeah, all camp. We call it normally all camp. And they got a car under their name, so if there is a necessary time, I think he sees someone, goes for the shot but doesn't land on it, goes for the second, also not landing on it, and maybe he just missed him, and seeing someone running over there trying to spray him down, but no shots landed on him. He got 1 kill under his name. Don Mohammed, right? Mohanad, right? Mohanad. That's the Arabic name, right? Mohanad, right there, has 4 kills under his name. So DBX actually is they got the kills under their names, but let's see if they can hold it up. And actually, they got 11 kills totally under their name. A lot of kills right there.
Yeah, but the same thing persists though. MTB is in prime position to get this win as well because they are sitting on the 2nd floor. They have vantage point as well. EXE is coming in from the side, but DBX just spraying them, peppering them with bullets right now. So it will not connect.
So right now, DBX, they made the decision call to not go over the fight, and they're gonna try to get EXE Extreme from flanking basically Extreme, but Extreme may go for the game to go into the building, but then they are gonna be caught up by DVX from behind.
Yep, Orgasm still inside the 2nd floor. As you said, all of these teams actually can get flanked. Anything can happen here because they're split apart so far that MTB can just spray them, pepper them down one by one if they have the opportunity or the angle to do so. But EXE are not staying hiding behind. Ghost Cam sees a couple of players inside or very small view, but will be able to take him down by the Demon. He's on V8. His Orgasm to take down EXE EXE is now getting flanked from all sides. They're getting dropping like flies. Now he's all alone, and he will be dropped as well. EXE dropping at the 4th place, but still very much admirable for them because they passed the test, right?
Yeah.
They usually fall at the 3rd stage, and right now it's the 7th stage, so they get 4th place. Still very good for executors.
So right now we got is basically 4v1v2 situation with V8 having 1 member, which actually they didn't start off pretty good, and basically that's it. Ending V8 and 3rd place, make sure and Donald getting sprayed down.
Right now has the opportunity to win this winner chicken dinner. They're looking for the last man. They know where he's at. He's going to hunt for the kill, and Ghost Cam is hiding in a very peculiar position. There's no really ways to escape for him. He's hiding behind a rock and a hard place, and then this time it's behind a tree. They know where's that. Humans coming in for the spray that will not be able to connect. He's going to change the gun, but he gets taken out. But whatever it is, MTB will win their winner chicken dinner.
So, man, MiliTaryB, right?
Yep, MiliTaryB.
So congrats to MiliTaryB winning that third round on Miramar. Actually, we've seen a lot of kills from DVX. They got basically, look at that, they got 13 kills in total, right?
Yep,
but
DVX looks very, very strong from the start,
right? But getting 13 kills, like, let's do the math before the scoreboard said. So MT basically got only like 5-6 kills in total, so that's 26 points in total. But they got 13 kills, 16 plus 14, that makes 30 points in total. So basically, they're gonna end up higher than the first place chicken dinner team.
Yep, that could be happening right now. It could be in the cards. Again, the point system has changed, so the second and third places can get above the first place or the team that got the winner in chicken dinner. So that's exactly what happened. And that's Majid winning the place of RAZE. Very nice jump from him. Just playing the angle, just wiggling around, making sure that it's very hard for him to be hit and knocked here, hiding inside the house. They get taken out by BTX. That was nice done by BTX as well. Just flanking the house, making sure that they got those kills, right?
And like this is like the round I was looking for, right? Like we seen organized, like the first one, like the first two plays we seen maps we seen, like teams weren't organized as much like this round, right? So we're getting more organized kills coming in, and we get teams more organizing, and I like this is the game you want to watch right now.
Yep.
Right? Everything is smooth. You see what teams are going for. They're committing to their play. That's huge importance in a team play, right? If you have 4 members and 2 of them are committing, like, and 2 of them are hesitating, so you get a lot of problem like Team 46 in the first round, right? So if you commit, for example, VTX, they committed to the building. So although they get knocked down 2 persons, but they were able to duel out the other 2 players. So that's basically no loss. You get chances, right?
Yeah.
But that was a good, like, they rolled the dice and it was in their favor. And also getting that building, which helped them a lot in the later on the game.
So wherever it is, what you're saying is that don't split your offenses. Again, the best defense is a good offense, right? Don't split your offenses. Make sure that you're all in the same direction, or make sure that you're all in the same mindset. If you want to attack one single team, make sure that everybody wants to attack the same team as well, because sometimes you could blunder, like 46 when they had the high ground, they blundered because, again, hesitating, is a little bit uncertain where the direction from the enemies is, and then sometimes everybody's engaging on their own, right?
Right. Like you need to stay, like, if you knew, for example, we're not seeing a lot of play from Extreme. They're playing passive, right? They want to play passive, all right. When they're playing passive, they split the team to hold off the lines. So here we have the scoreboards coming in, MiliTaryB on. So as we were saying, Dvendetta, right? Dvendetta actually getting the same point as MiliTaryB, because they got 13 kills in total and 14 placement pins. That makes basically the same point. So in this new season, or this fall season, so the placement, like for those who are just tuning in, it used to be 30 points if you get first place. So now it's 20 points if you get first place. So kills do matter if you get onto 5th place.
But right now, look at it to the scoreboard. Iraq squad still pretty much sitting at first, as for our team following at 2nd place. The real deal, one of the teams that is coming in today is at 3rd place. So top 3 is occupied by a team coming in from the 2nd day.
Yep. We got 963 with 1 chicken dealing with 35 getting 35 total points on the 2nd page. We can see, like, and slowly we can see, like, teams getting matched in the total score.
But it's kind of sad for team 693. I think is that they kind of got eliminated very early in the last game, right? I think they got eliminated at 15 or something like that. But again, iKurd there with 10 kill points. So they are looking pretty good. iKurd is one of the teams that I think is kind of like similar to Tempo Storm. I think we were casting yesterday. Like they are kind of the dark horse, but somehow they know how to take a lot of kills.
Yes.
iKurd is one of those teams. They know how to fight. They know how to battle. Although, albeit that it's very hard for them to reach the final end, but or the end of the game with a lot of players. But they know how to take fights very in the middle of the game.
And there's one team I wanted to mention, V8. They had like 2 rounds back to back, pretty rough starts, but they managed to get into top 5 this round. Not a lot of kills, but the placement points do matter, still matters in this game, right?
Yep. So that will be it for game number 3. We will be returning with PMCO Fall Split game number 4 after this. Now with RBK, Kernax is actually getting shot here, so I think they will be fighting here at Salem, dropping that player very, very early on towards the other teams as you can see. But because SYR is sitting at 3rd place right now in the total ranking, flanking around, RNF, as you said, coming in from the sides, will be able to take down the kill up on Akaido. Against Elite here, so Elite, Ali, gonna shoot back, but it's actually KS. The girl squad is actually under fire now. We will be able to get one. It's actually Rishi to get dropped. Don still very much alive here, but it's actually Ari to get dropped again by Ali. He wants to finish the job, but just can't get the shot up on him. Bojo is right above him. Should be able to survive for the meantime, but Ali wants to fire in. That's a lot of damage. GG is maybe GGing very, very soon as R&M coming in from the side as well. Everybody just converging from the side as well onto the skill. They will be able to get all the kills in the world as Job will be dropped as well. There's another player coming in from the GG squad, still very much alive. So, Iraqi squad, I kind of get confused there. So, Don are now getting shot upon as well. They're in a lot of trouble, UN. As Iraqi squad just firing on all cylinders, just pushing them down with those bullets. As I think one more player is still very much alive here for the side of UN, but it's trying to run. Don is alive as well, so there's 2 players still alive. Still standing right now, but they're getting fired from all angles. Marco coming in from the sides as well. UN in a lot of trouble here, getting sandwiched from all angles. Can they escape here? But Shah gets shot and he will be dropped again as Bunemo just trying to escape. That John gets dropped. One of the better players coming in for the Uncharted squad. But right now it looks like that will be all Shiro as Uncharted has to evade this fight altogether, but they get eliminated at 16th place. Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. I'm Win, alongside AJ will be your casters for the day for game number 4, which is our final game. And thanks to our title sponsors, the Vivo phone. And if you want to use, if you play PUBG Mobile with the Vivo V70 Pro, brings you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance, and choose the Vivo V70 Pro. And if you like the stream, again, if you like the casting, not the casting, if you like the stream, I keep saying casting, if you like the stream and if you like PUBG Mobile esports in general, do hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notifications to get the notifications on when the stream comes online, because there are 6 regions playing on the stream and all of them are pretty good.
Of course, if you want to play PUBG Mobile on your phone, just simply go to your local Google Play Store or your basically App Store on iOS and just search for PUBG Mobile and download it and start playing it.
Yep, it's as easy as that.
Oh,
so
also we can mention, right, we got the new modes in, which is like 4v4, so you don't need to play every match like it's every 20 minutes match. You can basically go for a team death kill. So a lot of modes, new modes that you can.
It's pretty fun. There's a lot of things that you can do on a PUBG Mobile game. So with that being said, the last game was won by MiliTaryB with a nicely placed positioning from them. They set the second floor, they had the high ground, they took everybody out, they had 4 men strong, and with that they won the game. So what was your takeaway from the game number 3?
So basically, like, not a takeaway, like basically I was like pretty happy about it. So I've noticed 2 things about like this season. So from the seasons before, we've seen, first of all, Middle East teams weren't too good on grenades.
Yeah,
right?
that's one thing.
They like they got a lot of bad grenades thrown out, but luckily this season we're seeing pretty dope grenades coming in.
Yeah,
pretty good. We got double kills, we got triple kills, we got good utility usages. So it's getting better. The second thing about this, like, it's Group C and Group D today. It's their first matches, so they needed a little bit of warm up.
Yeah.
So they, after match 1 and match 2, we're seeing teams starting to warm up and starting to get used to the playstyle they used to have. For example, Extreme, SWAT 69, VTX, etc., etc. So team are starting to get more organized and starting to follow the playstyle they had in the beginning, or they had full season along.
Yeah, because we were saying that yesterday as well. Yesterday it was Group A and Group B's time to gauge how they play, or try to find a pattern on how they really want to play the game. And today is for Group C and Group D. Of course, the first 2 games are usually warm-ups for them to really understand what their opponents are doing, to find a pattern that really fits them, their play style, what they want to do.
Yes.
So finally, in the 3rd game, we see like MiliTaryB finally finds their stride. EXE yet to find it. SWAT 69 doing very, very well. iKurd especially, I think, is a dark horse that they don't get really good top 3s, but they got 1 top 3. But they're killing everybody they see.
Yes, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's double-edged knife.
Yeah.
So the other side, other than that, what was I going to say? Oh my god, I forgot what I was going to say.
Let's just segue straight away into iKurd back.
Right.
So iKurd played really, really well, right? Although, as you said, double-edged sword. So they kind of fight very early on, but they keep losing players as well.
Yes.
So it's very hard for them to bring those players into the end game, where it's most important that you have 4, because we saw MiliTaryB winning that way. They had 4 men strong. That's how they got themselves into the circle, and they got themselves that compound because they had 4 men strong. TRD did that towards iKurd. iKurd had the upper hand first because they had the high ground, but TRD rained hell on them, went in, destroyed the entirety of them. Then TRD had their compound, but they got destroyed as well. So you were telling me that sometimes a little bit of luck plays a part in it. Was it luck that MiliTaryB had that compound in the first place?
Like in PUBG, always there's like in every game basically.
Yeah.
You have the luck playing part, right? But
yeah, whatever it is the 4th game. We will be going to Erangel for the last time of the day, but not the last time in this season. Of course, there's still, if I'm not mistaken, 12 days to be played here in the group stages. So without further ado, we will be going to Erangel for game number 4, and hopefully this time around, maybe the executors will find their strike, or maybe iKurd will get that winner with the chicken dinner, because hopefully iKurd finds their strike as well as EX.
Nice. So maybe some of the viewers like having problems about like they play the game every day, right? They play competitive. Why they need to warm up normally? So basically, every time a team goes to a tournament, there's new places. There are lights coming in. There are sounds different. The seats are different. Sometimes when sponsorship change, even the phones get different. So you need time to adapt to the situation, adapt to the environment you have. So that's why we're seeing some teams not starting off pretty good. Some teams like because they have the ability to adapt to the situation quickly. For example, yesterday we had the Rocky Squad, which adapted pretty good on the first two matches and got the kills and the chicken dinner coming in. But after the match 3 and the match 4, other teams catch up. The hand got warmed up, so iKurd didn't get as like they were warmed up. So basically, other teams got catching up. So this is like actually what we're seeing also today. We're seeing teams starting to warm up slowly and starting to get more kills, starting to turn into the playstyle they had, and slowly we're gonna see more kills coming in, and we're gonna see surprising. Normally, like especially from Middle East, right? Middle East region surprises us every time. With the scoreboard, right? So you see, like, maybe with I believe was 3 seasons ago, a team got three in a stroke with chicken dinner, but they didn't qualify it. So basically, especially Middle East, like we wumble a bit. We sometimes wumble, but it depends how you want to play. It's the thing you like to say. You need to keep the what's it called momentum going throughout the game, like you need to keep it going, right?
Yeah, you need to keep it going, as well as consistency, right? So there's two things that you need to take away, or people at home need to take away from this, is that two things is key. Momentum, keeping that momentum up, and keeping the consistency to place top 5. Because those are the two things that will win you games. Because that's exactly that. What happened to Rocky Squad yesterday was that they kept the momentum in the second game. They played consistently for the second and third game, although they didn't get the winner chicken dinner after that. But they played consistently to get good placing. That's why they are at the top of the scoreboard with 96 points today.
Yeah, and that's one of the factors. Here we have VTX, which like ended pretty well for them on the last round, and we got two teams actually in the middle of the school. And here we have IQ in school, like looting around, pretty good. Everything's cool, and we see actually Mocha and two teams trying to let each other know that this side of the city belongs to us. If you cross the line, we're gonna see bullets coming your way. But if you don't cross it, everything's fine. We'll face it off maybe 4 more. Face it off after both sides are equipped with like gunpowder.
That's a pretty good point there. I think to establish your ground, right? Establish your ground. Make sure that nobody comes into it. Make sure that they know that where you're at, so that they don't engage you and you get that time to loot. So that's exactly what's happening right now in Pochinki. There is a couple of teams here. Make it 2, as we can see VTX and HQ as well. But there was another team, I think, around it. But that team has just they had one player there, but that team has just since escaped or has since run away from that. So it's still left to VTX and HQ right here in Pochinki.
Right. We also have one team, which is MTB over here in military base, looting around the sea lords. Basically, we have no problems with the military base, but the circle has started to close in, and the circles has spawned on the northern side of the island. So basically, not a lot of water. We're not gonna see a lot of teams going to have to fight to get into circles, and also we're not going to see any bridge campaigns, I believe. But we may see like a lot of teams are actually right now on the western side of the map. So it's basically they're standing on a line, right? So if the circle goes, let's pretend the circle goes north side, like near shooting range, you're gonna see bridge campings, right?
Yeah.
But if you see if you see the circle closing in like to ruins, you're gonna see a lot of teams need to fight for that circle. Like especially you have teams, especially Middle Eastern teams, like to circle scout and run around the circle
Yeah.
to get kills. So we may see couple of early elimination teams coming in. After that, it should be quite full, especially for the mid game, depending on the circle position.
Yeah, anything can happen here, and you said it right as you said it there. It's just playing the circle sweep, playing around the circle rather than going in straight away. Then the people will be gatekeeping around that, so there might be a lot of wars around the edges of the circle.
Yes.
That's exactly looking like the case right here, because as you can see, 46 is very close to each other as well. But now here comes the fight. Maybe HQ and VTX has found each other, but HQ draws first blood first up on Self. Self will be dropped on his knees. Cram is there to provide support, but he gets shot upon as well. But he will be able to pick up Self. So no first blood just yet, but just a knock for the meantime. HQ Loka knows that there's a player right beside him, but Moha does not expose himself just yet. He hears the sound cue, hears the footstep coming in from Moha, but he just does not engage just yet. Moha right behind the wall, just for now, going for the prone. Loka knows that he's there, waiting for Moha to expose himself, but Moha is hiding underneath the walls to make sure that he's safe here. But it looks like Z, PH, or Zeh is easy for us to pronounce. Looking like he wants to fight with Moha here. At least wants to push Moha on the other side because his teammates are on the other side as well. That is Loka. So they're going to try and push into VTH.
So right now, like for HQ, like they have the choice to leave, right? They have the choice to leave. Both teams actually have the choice to leave, but I believe it's the better choice for them to take on this fight. Like they're gonna roll the dice because if you try to leave in a hurry, which normally if you fall back you do, you're gonna lose normally one player, right?
Yep.
But if you take on the team, you may also lose one player, but you get the town secured for yourself, and you get 4 more kills.
Yeah, at least you can get loots right after
Yes.
that. But it is still suddenly they've dropped gears a little bit. They've slowed things down. Where VTX is trying to flank around HQ, but HQ is hiding inside these houses, inside the back parts of a Chinky. So HQ will be safe for the meantime. But VTX wants to kill some more. VTX RB gets the first blood on one of the players on HQ, and that will be all she wrote for them. I think they slowed things down. And RAZE near Rozak does not have anybody to fight against. As you can see the minimap, there's nobody right there. So we're back to HQ. As HQ spots out a player coming in from the VTX squad, sees him, but somehow Chrome is there to provide support as well. Loka closes the door because he gets shot until his red HP. Now he's going to use the first aid kit to heal back up, but he's in a lot of trouble now. They know where he's at.
So right now, the situation, the key. Oh, great shots from James, getting a headshot onto. Is that Rome? Chrome?
I think that's
that's Chrome.
Yeah.
But he's going to be able to be picked up and he's gonna catch up. But we have a grenade coming in, but I don't think it's gonna connect.
Yeah,
Right?
it's not even close. Okay, it was close if you're looking at it from afar,
Yes.
but it wasn't even close. So far, it should be good here. VTX have picked everybody up. Chrome will be able to heal up, but I think he's bandaging up. He doesn't have a first aid here, so it's going to take him a long time for him to get back to healthy way. So VTX is right there to kind of still engage onto HQ. They want to turn on RB as well. As Loka spots him out from a mile away, but RB for the meantime will play a little bit more passive behind the roof.
So-
but this is the dangerous part here.
Yes.
Zeh is in the second floor.
So the key, if you want to fight before the first circle,
Oh,
you need to
there
finish our. Yep.
And that will be dropped, but one by one they're dropping as well. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange so far. They should be okay here, but Zeh's already dropped. HQ losing players left and right. They're left with Jamas and Loka here. Jamas still very much alive here, but Loka cannot be retrieved because they know where he's at. They're engaging onto him. Chrome provides a lot of cover fire as well onto Jamas.
And so the key of if we want to like engage before the first circle in early on in the games, the key is basically try to end the fight, or like you can either finish off the game arc.
Monster here fighting on the second floor. It's taking a lot of time, but Loka gets both of those kills, or both of those knocks. He knows that a couple more players or one more player is going to come in. He jumps back out. This is really smart for him. He wants to engage him from behind, but he jumps to the second floor, first floor, checks it first, checks both of the doors, making sure that nobody's there. He will apply bandages, but you can see the second floor. Chrome has to pick both of their teammates up, but both of them will be very low. I don't think they only have bandages in between them. They must provide support as well. HQ wants to take this fight. VTX on the second floor. They are very low, and here they come. Chrome hides behind the wall. It's VTX to provide support, but it's HQ who wants to fight this off. He's knocked out, turn back in. They know where he's at. VTX gets dropped one by one, and HQ, oh my god, they were trying their best on the second floor. They pushed in because they were only 2 men strong, but there was 3 players from VTX, and they will be able to defend.
All right. So I was saying like the key if you want to fight early on in this map is to try to finish the game, try to finish the fight, try to finish the engagement. Whatever you win or you lose or whatever you fall back, you do try to finish the game before the first circle ends.
Yeah.
Right. If you like it. If it takes too long, it's called a long engagement normally. If it's a long engagement and the circle, like for example, needs to players come to towards your side, you can easily get third party on that situation. So trying to finish it before the first circle gets there is the go-to choice, and it's a smart move normally teams want to play with.
Yep, you're absolutely right there. I think they should have just stopped the engagement here, but MTB, it looks like EXE, finally we see EXE here engaging against MTB, but it's TRD who's fighting against IQ here. The Iraqi monsters fighting against the real deal, but it's from afar. Back to MTB against EXE. MTB and EXE fighting it off one by one, but Lau will jump out of the house.
EXE actual demon got double knocked down. Today we're seeing a lot of grenade knocks down. Great play from EXE right
Yeah, every
there.
single time I look down on my papers, then somebody gets a double knockdown, and
like,
you spot it out.
So, like MTB also getting a grenade knockdown. Like today, like Middle East is actually like learn how to use those grenades this tournament, this fall season. Like I'm pretty happy about it, like because normally like seasons before we didn't get those ones. EXE ran pre-firing, not landing any. Feels the grenade coming in, getting covered, but
so many grenades though. Now no more Dooney will try to throw one more in.
Great grenade.
It should be
and a knockdown.
Nicely done. He actually went through the window, went to the side, fell on Rafek's feet. Will be able to take him down or knock him down. There's 2 more players still very much alive for MTB. They will be able to pick up Orgasm as well. So it will be 3 men strong as they take down or as they engage EXE. Lau will be able to pick up Demon as well. Rafek's on the second floor, so it's a little bit harder to engage him, but the nade comes in. Moduni actually gets naded upon a little bit.
The great use, like we're seeing, like great use of utilities from both systems, right?
Yeah.
We see smokes coming in, they're running through to try to raise one more grenade, but doesn't knock anyone. Luckily, Drax survives that round. We see IK passing by a little bit far, but I don't know if they want to join the fight. Oh, right, they landed on next door. Maybe Crossfire, we're gonna get Crossfire. Clown is actually in a bad position right there. He can easily get third partied by Iraqi squad. iKurd, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
iKurd could come in and as a third party, as you said, because they are behind them. But as he stands, we're looking at ABS right now, fighting it off, but the shot will not connect. I think IQ should be able to get out of this scot free, right?
Yes, but I feel like IQ may don't have a lot of utilities because they weren't rehealing, but depends on the situation. We see a lot of kills coming in early because the third circle has been just announced and it's getting closer and closer. So it's basically in mid part of the map. So teams are getting crowded in. Like as we pronounce, like if the circle goes basically east side of the circle, a lot of teams are going to fight off early on the game because they're good. Basically, everybody is going to try to make sure their position on the side of the circles are clean and basically safe if they want to keep pushing on. So they're gonna go for the circle swipes. Again, a lot of grenades coming in
really
today.
Good grenades coming in for the Middle Eastern squads. Everybody just firing on all cylinders when it comes to utilities here. But Demon will be found upon, but he gets a kill on no duty, and he will be dropped, or really No Duty. I don't know what he can do here. He's going to go down on the second floor, but Orgasm has been dropped. No Duty as well. And it should be all Shiro for MTB. They tried their best, but it was a very long engagement, as you said.
Yes.
Really shouldn't take those long engagement, but they wanted to siege this house where EXE was in, but it took a little bit too long, and they will be slayed here. DVX is fighting with 46. 46 pushing into the house. DVX has a player drop here on his feet. They should be able to finish down this kill, and there it is. Magic gets dropped, but there is still a player behind them. Bull will try to look in from the sides, but it looks like most coming in from the side as well. MO coming in for the fight, but it's 46 fighting still with Bull, and he should be able to get the shot
the
back
other
to
fight
EXE.
over here,
Oh my
EXE
god, everybody's
fighting
just
for
fighting on all
MDD.
cylinders. This is just nuts.
And Dvendetta getting knocked out in elimination right there, and EXE's trying to hold Rafik right there, and EXE was eliminated. EXE fights so hard to win that, and they actually get third party by another team. That was pretty fast, and kills are coming in because right now everybody's trying to get into the circle, and everybody's around the circle. Everybody's trying to make sure like the way they're gonna go for is clean, and Nox getting eliminated on 12th place. Also, iKurd throwing some grenades right there, throwing some utilities to make sure they spot, and we see Team SWAT 69 passing by and trying to get to the circle with their vehicles. So far so good, leaving ABS and iKurd behind, which they are right here, pretty far away from the circle. They may, if they don't have any vehicle, they may have to get like, it's not the best choice right now. Oh, they do have vehicles, so they can get out of it easily. But if they rush into the circle, they're gonna get some fires upon them.
Yep, it should be the case right now. As you can see the minimap, a lot of these teams are actually towards the northern side of the circle.
Yeah.
And they came in from the northern side. Only VTX was in there because they were from Pachinki, so they were quite close towards that place. But you can see on the right side, these are the players that are alive. Only Mixed Up and Vendetta has lost a player each. But again, they are all coming in from the north side. That's what was happening, because everybody was fighting from the north, coming from the north side, from Rozok, from Ruins, and at the top there from Resnaya Polinaya, and everybody was kind of converging onto Pachinki from one direction. That's why they were fighting it off. That's what's really happening. Again, this time around though, for the Middle Eastern squads, they are fighting on all cylinders. Everybody likes to fight, especially when we reach the third and fourth circle. Suddenly, everybody's just converging on everyone.
Like Araka's goal is also still maintaining the first rank over there. You can see on the right down in the corner. But basically, the teams who were like west side of the circle, basically, they like, for example, Exterminators and RTS, all of those teams basically have already like dueled off and like won the game. So they basically, every team who was on the western side, either they got the kills or either they get eliminated. So we only have 11 teams left. So basically, it's right now we're not gonna see a lot of action. So teams, for example, iKurd's trying to get into the circle. Other teams have already sneaked their way into the circle. They're just we're gonna just see some normal long range shooting and long range like weakening other teams for the hills, push like making them to use their utilities, for example, like medkits right now, pills, to weaken them a little bit, maybe getting those armor statics down. If you're lucky, sometimes you may get simple like a long range headshot and follow somebody else picks up that kill. Anything could happen right now. But in this round of circle, we're gonna see players basically chilling, because we had an earlier like full-on fight with a lot of teams. So everybody's just gonna chill right now and try to recover from the fights they fought, and just gonna chill and wait for the next announcements of the circle. And the next fight we may see is actually from SWAT 69, Rams, and iKurd, because so SWAT 69 knew iKurd is behind it because they were fighting ruins, so they knew someone's behind it, so they 100% have a scout looking always behind them. So it depends how iKurd is gonna enter the circle and what route they are going to choose. Like if they choose to go to the Picado side, there's ABS waiting for it. If they choose to go for the hangar, like that, which is right now occupied by SWAT69. They're gonna encounter 69. And remember, IQ is basically they don't have a lot of team members right now. And we can see Ray right there, still scouting, trying to get more information in. And for now, like we see RAZE actually having the better spot. TRD, which they already have. Chicken dinner under their name. They got 0 kills this round, but they had a lot of kills last 2 rounds. Right now, what they are going to do is they're gonna make sure to tell everybody this place, this kill is ours. As we see, like they're telling the other teams, for example, right now, telling, all right, don't cross this. If you cross this, you're gonna get fired. So like N6 is like, all right, cool.
Yep,
Cool.
they're hiding behind it like, okay,
Right.
we feel you, we feel you.
I get it.
Yeah, we know they're there. We don't want to fight you as well. So IQ is getting nailed upon the wall as another player gets dropped. It looks like RAZE will be able to win that fight. But for now, look at it, 69 ABS along with RAZE all here.
This is chaos.
Yep.
This is basically chaos. Like 3 teams in a whole like full Mexican stand-up right there. They're trying to fight their way in. Also, SWAT69 getting 2 knocks down, followed by RAZE. RAZE getting some kills under his name, not kills, knockdowns actually. And I think Team 69 is gonna recover from that, depending if RAZE Ali goes for the kill.
God.
If he gets that one, but he doesn't, he's gonna get shut up. But there's somebody in the window. Also, SWAT69 gets actually knocked down. So there's 3 SWAT69 already have been knocked down outside of that, and maybe ABS trying to pick up those kills.
ABS wants to KS from the side, but RAZE is there to provide support as well. But RAZE will win that fight for the meantime against MO, who was there all alone here. But can RAZE win this fight? Because 69 is behind the house. ABS is going to cover that spot and stop them from crossing towards the other house as well. Because Ibo thinks that the nade's coming onto him, but he's actually hiding behind there. But Amar has the vantage point. He can see all of them, but because of it, they can't really cross.
And so lucky for SWAT69, they got actually no losses yet because they're trying to pick up everybody. Ray giving some covers, what it was called? Cover fire, and making sure no one wants to rush over there. SWAT69, luckily, so luckily, they got full recover from that and not losing anyone yet. And Amar over here on the top of the building, giving pressure, a little pressure on ABS. And we see a lot of grenades. We may see a grenade fight coming in. Utilities still is pretty important in this game. That was close grenade from SWAT69.
Yeah, very, very close. But RAZE is outside the blue right now. They have to be careful here. They're bleeding out, but they're getting mollied. Everything's just thrown inside in their favor or in their way as Amar gets dropped by the molly, gets burned alive. Evo coming in from the side. There's only 2 men strong here for the RAZE squad. They're in a lot of trouble as ABS has a good house or a good hut underneath them or above them. He should be able to get some control there, but ABS is in lockdown. They can't really get out of the house because 69 is coming from one side. But VTX are fighting with N69, N63 rather, and VTS will be dropped very, very fast. And RB gets dropped as well.
And ABA right here, they're not sure if they want to fight it. Like, this is miscommunication, right? They get 1 team member trying to hold off SWAT69, but 2 other members right there, they were like on the wheel, all right, let's go, what are you doing? All right. And right now, they made the decision just to leave. And RAZE, sparing actually 2 pale Sam, but also getting shot behind from VB. And that's it. And let's see if Zips can get, but I think he's gonna get eaten by Blues. Over here, we have IK fighting actually over TRD, which TRD has already been swiped out. The real deal was swiped out, I believe, by IK and V8 at the same time. We see V8 catching up. This is the 4th game today. They haven't started off pretty good today, but on the 3rd map and 4th map, we're seeing their names on top 5 list, and we see V8 members getting some damage from other team, which is ABS getting them some damage under. We have 30, also 1 man alive right there. They haven't been wiped out yet. Sorry for the misinformation right there. N6 here giving.
Lord, I think, hitting out outside the blue.
He tried to loot something. Maybe he was low on a little bit of loot the utilities that he mustn't taken those blues. Right now we have like basically a 4v2v1 1v1 situation, and ABS Lord getting knocked out by NBT right there, and that was it for
ABS,
ABS, right? And we got like I think like if 963 plays this out well, they're gonna get their second chicken winner today. Winner chicken winner.
That's close enough. That's
Yeah,
close enough.
right?
I can take that. So V8 has one player. Everybody else has one player left. 963 has 4 or 3. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4.
Four.
So the rest
Four
of them
match
are on 1-1-1. As you can see, the alive is only 7 players left. So TRD is in the playing field. V8 and iKurd as well. But V8 is getting shot from the side. Thomas will be dropped, so that means V8 will fall at number 3, leaving number 4, leaving 3 more teams. Playing it out is iKurd all alone, KI1 all alone in the middle of the jungle where everybody's at. TRD will be dropped as well, meaning that they will fall to number 3, leaving iKurd and N63 playing it off. But iKurd is all alone. The player is all alone rather. He will be trying to hide things out for the meantime, just trying to buy some time, just wasting a little bit of time here to kind of annoy the player from N63 or to force them towards him to try and take the fight. Maybe he can get one more kill, but he should be going down very soon. KI1 all alone. And he's going to try and support or try to live for the meantime right now. But he's, again, all alone here. What can he really do in this situation? He's going to try and run it out. Going to try to buy some time,
like,
but they know where he's at. They should have an inkling of where he's at because he's checking for the side.
One,
He gets one kill. He's going to try and push up. Will be able to get another kill. That's really, really good for him. 2 knocks so far, but he's going to push in for some more. They know where he's at. They're going to jump out. This might be a mistake, but KI1 will be dropped. And N63.
And
This is a mouthful. N63 will be
963.
picking up that winner chicken dinner.
So congrats to 963 picking that second winner chicken dinner today. Totally got 12 kills in total. iKurd on second place with 4 kills, and TRD with 4 kills also. Again, a pretty good match today. We see also teams starting to organize much better, communicate much better than the first leg, especially, for example, from team actually 69, 46, sorry, 46 Loot, which almost got the first winner chicken dinner, but because of the miscommunication, they were unable to win the first and lost the game to another team. So we have some highlights. So like I was saying, like Middle East teams, man. Middle East teams, man. Right? They're getting better, lot better than last season.
Yeah, way better.
Way better than last season, especially on utility users, right? We see Extreme using those smokes to get across. Very important. We see Extreme throwing those grenades. We see a lot of teams using those grenades and using those utilities to give them more opportunity to play on this map.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Those nades are coming in very strong. A lot of them are grenades that do a lot of damage. They're better with the cover fire as well, with the smoke usage. Everything's way better this season for the Middle Eastern squad, especially their decision making kind of leaves a lot to be desired. But other than that, individual skill, mechanics, the knowledge of the game and how to play it, especially the nade usage. Again, the nade usage is really on point for a lot of the Middle Eastern squads.
So like I'm not being rude. Like normally, like Middle East teams are basically pretty weak, right? Due to like North America region.
I just said, Okay, that was rude of me.
So like we are like it's not being rude. Like it's being realistic. So if you knowledge you're not good, then you can be better always. Like right?
Definitely.
And that's the point. And I'm pretty happy. Like we're seeing Middle East teams getting better and better every day, and that's the thing. Like basically, most fans want to see. We like to see. Esports want to see that. Like every time you see, a team gets a new way to play, a new tactic coming in, getting better mechanics, getting those grenades in. Like that's the spirit of esports, right? You want to try to get better every day, and like, man, keep down, right?
Yep.
Keep down.
And 963 is a mouthful. 963 will be able to pick up that winner chicken dinner with 32 points after getting 12 kills. That's really good for them. iKurd now placing second again. This is the second time in a row, or not in a row, but second time today that they got in top 3. And they'll be leaving with the 18 points in this round with 4 kills only. The real deal, TRD, will be getting 4 points as well. So they're all walking around with 4 points. That's 963 though, second winner chicken dinner of the day with 12 points, 12 kill points. That's really too much for the other teams to handle right now.
Right, and due to the changes in the placement points, you can see actually kills do matter a lot. We see V8 having 1 kill, but they ended up in 4th place, means they got a total of 8 points, but a total of 9 points because 8 points from placement points. But we got another team which got only 7 kills, but ended up in 4th place. Sorry, 6th place, but getting a lot more points than V8.
Yeah, but wherever it is, TRD and 963 are now in top 3 placements. So that's really, really good for the second day players from Group C and Group D. They have 2 teams right up there alongside Iraqi squad. So it means that they can fight it out. We know that the second day they've been playing out their minds. I think the second day today there's been a lot more fights and been a lot more battles that has been more exciting than the first day. The first day was kind of a little bit more somber in some of the maps, but today it was really, really exciting. And iKurd with 13 kills. Now KI1, who was the last surviving member of the last game, he will be playing, or he will be at number 3 in the kill leaders leaderboard. So that's really good for them as well, because we will be saying that iKurd is really good with taking down a lot of these players, but they haven't been placing consistently in the top 3. But they have gotten it twice now, and we know that now we know the capabilities of the iKurd squad.
Yeah, iKurd still they know how to as we were saying. Like they're basically like iKurd with the Group A and Group B are basically like Iraqi squad, which are basically trigger happy. We see we see them having a lot of kills right there. We see kills do matter much more than last season. So we're gonna see a lot of teams like to play if they get the mechanics right. If they got the mechanics and the chances and the luck on their side, they're gonna go for the kills a lot. So we've seen, like, for example, United Nation not able to secure a lot of placement points, but able to secure a lot of kills, also helping them out throughout the game of this season, right?
Yeah, especially that. I think whatever it is, a lot of these teams started fighting out. Yesterday we saw that they started fighting maybe in the 6th or the 7th circle, or very early on. Sometimes you see a little bit of a skirmish in the 1st and the 2nd circle. But today, though, 3rd, 4th circle was just on fire for a lot of these teams. Everybody started fighting on all cylinders. Everybody just was ready to fight, and they were all engaging on all sides. So that was really exciting to watch on the second day as well. But whatever it is, that will be it for us here on the stream. We remember there's still games tomorrow as well for the Middle Eastern sites. Right. So remember, whatever it is, remember to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you are following the stream so that you can get more games headed your way from not just Middle East, South America, North America, a lot of these other regions that we'll be playing as well.
Yeah. Also, if you like the game and you want to play the game, just simply go to your local Google App Store. No, Google Play Store, oops, and also your iOS App Store, and simply just search for the PUBG Mobile and download it, and you're good to go. Again?
Yeah, thanks you, all you guys at home for watching, and thanks to our sponsor Vivo smartphones for being there for us. And again, Vivo's V17, that's the phone for you to go to if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming. That's a little bit of a mouthful. And thanks again for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.